The best of North Gippsland who battle for honour. NGFNL, it's my local league. This is the real thing, the Cowwarrs are cheering. Beat North Gippy, it's the local for me. The stars of tomorrow, the legends we all know. NGFNL, the local for me. The siren sounds, the ball hits the ground. Beat North Gippy, it's the local for me.
Good afternoon and welcome to the AGL Loy Yang North Gippsland Football Netball League Pride Cup Round 5 football out here at Cowwarr for the big game between Cowwarr and Gormandale. Both teams haven't yet opened their account. One of them will today unless it's a draw, but they'll still get a couple of points anyway. And it is the Latrobe's biggest ever blokes barbecue pre-game show, and it's a big pre-game show we've got in store for you. Shortly we'll be talking to Brendan Gilbert from AGL Loy Yang because it is Pride Cup Day today where both clubs are in a manufactured jumper which look absolutely fantastic. The ground looks magnificent. Got the rainbow 50-metre arcs and goalpost padding flags. It's all set up. Cowwarr have really set this ground up for a massive day. We'll also have a chat with the Cowwarr coach in the pre-game show, thanks to Latrobe's biggest ever blokes barbecue, Luke Hegarty. And for the biggest ever blokes barbecue, it's being held on June 20 at the Kernot Hall. Grab your tickets online at lvbigblokesbarbecue.com.au. I'm Brad Sinclair for Sports Stream Live, and it's a very warm welcome to my co-commentator for the afternoon, as he does every Saturday, Big Matty Mosley.
Good afternoon, Brad. How are we?
I'm fantastic, mate. How are you?
Sensational. Another beautiful day.
Oh, we're getting spoiled. And you know what the funny thing is, just before we go on, I was just talking to someone on a trip up to the lavatory, and I said, how good's this weather? And he said, have a look at next Saturday on your map. And I had a look at the weather. Same day next Saturday.
Seriously?
It's the same thing again.
What's going on?
Not a cloud in the sky. As we know, that can change in Gippsland in 5 minutes,
very
let alone
quickly.
a week. How's your week been?
Another busy week. Another busy week for me. Getting
Busy
ready for
week.
Mother's Day tomorrow and the partner's birthday as well. So it's been busy.
On the same day.
Same day. It's double whammy.
Double whammy. I get it the same with, we're talking off here, and I told you I get Valentine's Day and birthday, my better half.
No complaints there.
No, or hers indoors, I usually call it. She gets looked after very well. And all mothers should.
That's
Matty,
right.
why are you smiling?
No comment?
All mothers should.
They should.
Be
They
looked
do a
after.
wonderful job, don't they?
And you got a triple whammy when you got your mum, your partner, if she's a mother, which most of them are
Yep.
at our age. And then you got a grandmother.
I do. I've got three.
Wow.
Three important women in my life.
So how do you sort tomorrow out? What do you do?
I haven't figured that out yet.
Really?
Yeah. Have not figured it out. We're trying to might do lunch, but we're unsure.
I'm just about to say, you reckon it might be time to organise something?
I might be a bit late, I think.
I'm in Mornington tomorrow night.
Oh, beautiful place.
Kirkpatrick's Hotel for dinner overlooking the ocean for Mother's Day.
Oh, that'd be a beautiful
Good spot. We go there for lunch a fair bit.
Yep.
It's a nice little spot down there. Hey, we better talk some footy and stuff. And on my week, we had a roo on the way home from Sale City last week, and it's bigger than you, this thing was. Standing in the middle of the lane on the Streslecki Highway between Morwell and Murbu North, staring at me, daring me.
And it's still there today.
It's still there on the way back. It's been tagged by the council.
Oh, couldn't believe it. You just left us on the highway, and we copped a message that you hit a roo last week, but the van's still here today.
And we got a new window put in the middle because of the Anzac Day game out at TTU. It was leaking.
It was.
So we've had a big week. We've got the window done. We've got got the ball rolling through insurance, and my friends at Loy Yang can't do it until 12th of August, Matty.
That's a while away, isn't it?
12th of August, we can't get that done for the bull bar, which pushed in onto the panel.
Yep.
And made a little bit of a mess, and but I when I took it to, and I've forgotten the name of them. That's terrible. I wanted to give them a plug because they were very good.
In Traralgon?
In Loy Yang,
In Loy Yang.
because I'm in Currumborough.
Yep.
And they fixed up the reflector there and then, but they can't fix it till the 12th of August. So I'll probably hit 4 or 5 more before then.
We hope not. We hope, though.
Well, it is AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup round 5 out here at Cowwarr, and it's now with great pleasure that from the AGL Loy Yang part of the business, we welcome to the commentary box Brendan Gilbert.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
It's great to have you on board. You couldn't have picked a better day. Have a look at the weather.
It's spectacular out there. It's a lovely day. Yeah.
Unbelievable. And you've been busy by the tent. Tell us about what's going on
We
over
have
in your
been,
tent.
yes. This is an important event for us at AGL, working with North Gippy Footy League and promoting the Pride Cup brand. And we've been over there handing out bottles and footballs, which we've got made
got
up.
a footy here.
Look at the footy.
Which have really been really popular with the young kids.
Yep.
And
the
some of
big
the older
kids.
ones, I must say.
Yeah, once a forward, always a forward. He hasn't had that out of his head.
Nah, been playing with it.
We've got a few left, so if people want to head across there and grab some. We've also got some face painters and temporary tats as well, so yeah.
With the face painting, what do they do? Rainbow-coloured faces?
They do a little bit of that, but some of the kids are waking up, they can get their favourite footy teams put on.
The Tigers on there, or the Saints, or something like that.
I reckon we might send Matty over for one of them at half time, I reckon. What do you reckon, Matty?
They'll be waiting for him.
Mate, you got the bald head. We could do a rainbow on the head too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we can too.
Can you do a Carlton logo on the middle of
They're
there?
pretty skillful. They've got a whole list. Yeah.
Really? So you've had a lot of people over there. Once the kids get into this, which is it a target too? Is that right? And saying that sends a really good message of diversity and so forth to the young ones?
It does, yeah. It's about getting through the young generation and making sure they understand that be inclusive, be diverse, and just include everyone in everything you do. Yep.
It's a great idea because I come through the 70s. Born in the 60s, come through the 70s, and we never had anything like that. And things like this change your whole way of outlook and thinking, doesn't it?
And through sport, it's really a great avenue for promoting this sort of message, getting through the young ones.
Tell us a bit more what happens with the cup, and is there a best on ground?
Yep, the way the day runs is obviously Gormandale and Cowwarr are competing for the cup across both the netball and football games. So at the end of the day, we tally up the most
Wins
games
from the club,
won, and they win the cup themselves. But also each game, we're getting the umpires to give us a best on ground. So presenting them with a medal as well.
Is that that's in each grade?
Yes, each grade, and also right through the whole netball.
Yep.
All through the comp. So yeah, it's been very good.
What about the arcs? I love the 50-metre arcs.
Didn't they come up great?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I would have loved, because our men here, Stephen Gregory and Mick Robinson, there's not much they can't do. What we probably should have done was let them know about it, and we could have had a drone here today going over. I reckon the drone over the ground would look magnificent.
The ground is looking spectacular.
Isn't it? We thought the same.
Dark, yeah, it just really shines today. And with the goalposts as well, the Footy League's done a really great job with that part of it. Yeah,
got the flags as well.
Yeah.
So with it all, how old is it now? How long's it been going with North Gippy?
Going through that before, we've had 9 years in total, but we lost 2 years through COVID. So there was it's been 7 years we've actually turned up and been able to do a round. Yeah.
And have you found the messages getting out there? Do you I suppose it's hard to gauge, but do you get a feel?
It is. We don't get any negative feedback, for sure. There's always
that's a good
people
thing.
are positive. Yeah, we're not getting any negative, so that's terrific from our point of view. Yeah.
Yeah, and
people are getting more accustomed to it.
AGL. So is it AGL Loy Yang or is it AGL that put this together, or is it both?
I'm chairman of the Shine Committee out of the station at Loy Yang A. So we run this event as one of our big events for the year, and so it is primarily out of the station. But or supported by AGL Local, but we also get a bit of support from down Melbourne as well.
I've got to say, there's in this district, in Gippsland, in Latrobe Valley, this is the only competition that's doing it, isn't it?
It is, and it's we've tried other avenues and we don't get a lot of uptake, unfortunately. But this North Gippy Footy League, the partnership we have with them has been very important to us.
I find that
that's
interesting.
I find that interesting too.
I find it really interesting because there's been a big movement in this area, particularly in the city areas.
Yeah.
And I think the country area where I speak before I grew up in the 70s, I think we're in the country areas we're still a bit like that, like the typical 60-year-old Aussie bloke.
We're a little bit more conservative,
aren't
for
we?
Sure. Yeah, and that's the way country is. Yeah.
I've got to say, I had a gig I was offered to host a radio weekend in Hay, which was the LGBT Mardi Gras type thing.
Yeah.
And this is only 2-3 years ago, so I'm 58. I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? I'm a real ocker. It was the best weekend I've ever had. Now, it's a festival with about 15,000 people in a park.
Yep.
And now, if you went to an Aussie-type thing that I grew up with, there were 15,000 people in the park, there'd be a fight or two. These people know how to party. They had the greatest weekend.
It's the freedom.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And the colour. So, what's the thing with the colour? Why the rainbow and the colour?
That's the symbol that they've adopted for the LGBTQ plus community.
Great marketing.
Yeah,
thing.
it is. It really is. It stands out well. And they use it in all the promotions, yeah.
Very smart. Very smart. So your role, you've been, this is your second year?
Yes, it is. For me, it is. I've been out at the station for 2 years now, yeah.
And have you ever done anything like this? Was this completely different and a bit of an eye-opener for you at the start?
Definitely, yeah, it was.
And
yeah,
now
sure.
I bet you're going, I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, it's a great day out. I love it. Yeah, it's really enjoyable.
So you're getting to talk to many people come up and talk to you at the tent there and just open conversation about anything and everything?
Yeah, they do. All the team over there are local, so they have a lot of friends here as well. So they're talking to their mates and buddies and getting the message across quite easily, yeah.
I think the other thing that we've got to look at too there, Brendan, is that footy grounds and at a game can be a pretty rough environment.
Yeah.
And I think what this does, and I'll be interested to watch this today because you can get some real angry crowds and I reckon this sets the tone for the day. When you drive in here like I did this morning and seen the tent, seen you setting up and everyone seems happy, to me straight away I'm thinking this will be a pretty subdued crowd, I would have thought today. You would hope so.
Yeah, it would.
Who do you follow in the footy?
Myself, Bombers down Melbourne. So up locally, Cowwarr is probably the team I've got the most association with just through workmates and everything, yeah.
Okay.
Young Ferg was out there today. I call him Young Ferg. He's had a good day out in the second.
He's getting on now. Yeah. He's been around a long time.
I missed. What's? Yeah. Do you have a good game? He's had a good game so far.
Oh, he's getting plenty of ball. What I saw of it. Yeah.
So I will tell you that the under-18s earlier today, Cowwarr had a big win by, not a big win, 23-point win, 9-6-60 to 5-7-37. And in the reserves, Cowwarr have just run out winners, 15-14, 104 to 2-1-13. So that is a 91-point win to Cowwarr. Both sides haven't had a win this year. And the seniors, Brendan. So
this will be very interesting now, yeah.
Do you know how many days it is since Gormandale have won a game?
No.
1,100.
Oh, whoa. Yep.
It's a long time, isn't it?
It is.
There'll be a big party. I hope you've got a lot of other things over there, like some alcohol and that for the.
You can see the boys coming out now in their jumpers.
They look great.
Yeah.
I love the Gormandale. I haven't seen the Cowwarr ones yet, but one thing that does annoy me, I'm looking at the backs and they're going to be very hard to call those white numbers on the rainbow. That is going to be very difficult.
Yeah, true.
But they're a beautiful looking jumper, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's magnificent. Hey, mate, thanks for joining us. Sorry, go on.
Thank you. I was just going to say I've got to get over there now because I've
exactly. So I thought you've got to go when festivities now. So thanks very much for joining us. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me in.
You're doing a magnificent job. Well done.
Thank you.
That was Brendan Gilbert, the AGL Loy Yang. Well, we'll call him an ambassador for the Pride Cup out here for the AGL Loy Yang North Gippsland Football Netball League today. He's had to get out onto the ground now. Hey, I reckon what we might do while this is going on, there's a 2.5-minute video that we've got on the Pride Cup, and it takes you back through a little bit of a history on how it come about with the AGL Loy Yang North Gippsland Football Netball League. And I just think that this was superbly done, what they did here. And let's take a look at that.
COVID-19's challenged everyone, I guess, in a roundabout way, but we would like to think that what we've started is as much about bringing the diversity and inclusion message to the games of football and netball down here, but it's also about trying to carry on the momentum no matter what happens. It's still an important part, I guess, of who we are and an important part of the North Gippy brand, and so we want to continue to talk about that and hopefully bring those solid messages of inclusion and diversity to everyone. So very important to us, important to our clubs, and it's good to see everyone getting behind it. Well, the North Gippy Footy League's been involved with AGL Loy Yang as our major sponsor for a number of years, and way back in 2016 AGL came to us and suggested if we'd be interested in hosting a Pride Cup here in Gippsland, and we jumped at the opportunity and went down to Yarra Glen and had a look at a game that was going on down there in that part of the world, and gathered a few ideas and found a couple of clubs locally here that wanted to get involved, being the Glengarry and TDU football netball clubs, and we set course to run our first Pride Cup in 2017. AGL, the league's major sponsor, has just been a fantastic level of support. Not only have they thrown a few financial dollars towards that, but all the things you don't see behind the scenes. I mean, they're an organisation that is an employer that subscribes to fairness and equity themselves, and so the hand and the glove fitted extremely well, but things behind the scenes like coordinating all the sorts of things that happen in media and media releases, and the gathering of that sort of fraternity to be able to speak about it and give us some space in the marketplace, they were just absolutely fantastic. And on the day of the Cup, they're there presenting medals and awards and being seen and supporting us through the challenges that we had putting that day together. But as each year goes by, we just continue to gather momentum and get bigger and stronger, which is fantastic.
An absolute magnificent thing that the AGL Loy Yang North Gippsland Football Netball League do, and as we said earlier, the only one in the area. It's the Latrobe's biggest ever blokes barbecue for the pre-game, and it's all being held on June 20th at Kernot Hall. Grab your tickets online, lvbigblokesbarbecue.com.au, and as you can see there, they're all lined up. And has the colour there, Matty, looks fantastic.
It does. Maybe not the greatest for us with the numbers on the back, but they've done really well with the jumpers.
That's right. If you're looking through the screen there now and try to read a number on the back of those jumpers, is very, very difficult. So we're going to have our work cut out today. We'll earn our money. There's no doubt about that. And we've got a couple of interviews too. Don't forget, we'll play very shortly the Luke Hegarty interview, the Cowwarr coach. And then in the half-time show, which is brought to you by Willerton Transport today, we'll talk to Shane Duncan, the coach of Gormandale as well. We've got a couple of changes in our sponsor market today. The player of the day is always Crown Hotel. That'll stay as normal. The goal of the day is the Finch Cafe goal of the day, and it's the TRFM mark of the day, and of course it's the AGL Loy Yang match of the round because it's Pride Cup round 5. The scoreboard this weekend is a Hurricane hire, and the halftime show, as I said, is Willerton Transport. And the post-game show will be brought by Gippsland Land Rover, where we will name the Crown Hotel player of the day, the Finch Cafe goal of the day, and the TRFM mark of the day is the try to pick up the national anthem. Wow, a girl from Cowwarr. Not too sure who that was, but it was a pretty good effort. And the word is that next year you might be doing that, Matty.
I don't think so. You don't want to hear me singing, that's for sure.
They'll go through their warm-ups now. So what we might do, we might play the Luke Hegarty interview, the Cowwarr coach. Caught up with him during the week, and here is what he had to tell us. Mate, thanks for joining us. Now, it's been an indifferent start to the year for you guys in some senses. You've been in every game, but lost every game, which is quite surprising. So I suppose the positive side is you're not that far away.
No, it's one of them things at the moment. We're getting very close to, knocking some good teams off, but unfortunately, we're just coming up short at the moment. We just keep pushing forward and hopefully some of these results will turn our way, mate.
The surprising thing is, of the 4 sides that you've played, 3 of them, Yarram, Sale City and Yallourn North, they're real finals contenders, and you've done really well against them. Churchill, to their credit, probably won't play finals, but they really give you a touch-up in that second half earlier in the year.
Yeah, they did. Unfortunately, I think it was a bit of a mindset thing there for the boys coming into that game. I think with all the talk around Churchill not travelling so well, I think that, we just turned up that day and we didn't put in the performance that we would have liked.
I want to touch on a couple of the players. I mean, the first one would be silly not to mention him straight off the bat, Keenan Hughes. He's sitting second on the goal-kicking list with 18 in a team that hasn't won a game. He's only a goal off top spot. His form has been incredible.
Yeah, he's an incredible player, Keenan. The work he puts in on the footy field and on the training track and around the club, it's a credit to him. I think anybody that knows him, seen him play before, he's definitely a special sort of a player.
I suppose he's really, like any forwards, relying on a midfield. And Hayden Hector, how good's he been?
Yeah, he is. He's probably one of the first people to tell you too when he's going well, Hayden. But no, he is. He's getting the rewards in that he's putting in at the moment. He's had a pretty big pre-season and he's putting in a mountain of work after trainings and stuff like that, doing his own thing. And he's getting the rewards for it at the moment. The
big bloke in the ruck, was really impressed with him in round 2, the game that we seen you against Churchill. Lockie Sykes, how's the last couple of weeks been for him?
Yeah, Lockie's a new bloke to the football club. Since he's come to the club, he's really taken on that leadership role, and having a ruckman to our team that we haven't had for the last few years definitely gives us a lot more avenues for that midfield, and he's playing his role really well at the moment.
So this weekend, you or Gormandale will open up your account unless there's a draw, which has already happened this year in round 1. Is again, when you spoke earlier about Churchill, it's pretty important then, I suppose you've even spoken to the guys about, hey, we can't just turn up on Saturday and think we're going to win this.
Yeah, well, one thing that I have brought up to the boys, a number of times, that anybody that we play, we can't take for granted where they are on the ladder. You're looking at the ladder, obviously you wouldn't go on form that we're on bottom of the ladder, but everybody's above us. So we've just got to take every game as it is and just treat every team above us like they are a better opponent than us at the moment until we start to prove ourselves.
Yeah, the ladder, to me, I've always been a big believer in the ladder doesn't mean anything till midway through the year. You get your win on the weekend, you'll jump into 8th spot, and then all of a sudden you're a game outside the top 5. That's how close it can be.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think just getting that first win on the board will do a world of wonders for the boys. So fingers crossed we stick to our structures and we can come out on the weekend and get the job done.
I suppose one player I've got to ask about in that sort of area, particularly with the experience and so forth and getting around the players, Shane Morgan, 38 years of age, played some good footy, been around a long time. I would imagine that he gets in and has a bit to say amongst the younger ones?
Well, with Shane, obviously he's the games record holder at the football club. He's well respected. He just goes about his business. He's not a real big talker, but when he does talk, people do definitely listen. And he's one of them blokes, just having that bit of experience back around the football club does a world of wonders for these younger players.
Luke, thanks very much for joining us. I really appreciate your time. It's going to be a big day on Saturday for the Pride Cup. Hopefully you can get your first win and just get you up and about for the remainder of the season. Good luck.
No worries, Brad. Thanks for having me, mate.
That was Luke Hegarty, the senior coach for Cowwarr. Let's have a look at their side as the players get into position. And you'll see there's no Shane Morgan on the half-forward flank there, Matty Mosley.
Yeah, and he can clunk a mark, can't he?
Websdale in the 29 will wear 52, and Inges that they have in the 41 will wear 36. There are a couple of jumper changes. I don't think that's going to matter to us because we can't see the numbers. Let's have a look at Gormandale's side as they will line up. And that's on the half-forward flank in 26 is Potelage. And in the centre, you'll see the name SAID. You would think it said, I can tell you it's side. So when we're saying side, trust me, we're right. We've been
told.
We've been told. Ball's in the middle. Siren goes. We're going to get underway here. And it'll be Big Sykes in the ruck for Cowwarr. I reckon he had his colours lowered by Millington. Be a free kick to Gormandale. And it'll go the way of side. He gets the first centre clearance. Not a great kick. Goes inside 50 though. Bunch of players around that. It's toe poked outside the 50. Gormandale get a hurry kick towards the forward. It's all Cowwarr here. Sykes just got himself back into a good spot. And he's able to clear it. Oh, good mark to Ash Smith. Centre wing position right in front of the Sports Stream Live commentary box. He lowers his eyes. He set that a bit high, but good hands and quickly playing on. That time was Farnham. Gets a kick up inside 50. Kick round the corner there from Deering. High ball punched away. Goes towards the boundary and just beats Roscoe out over the line.
There's an intent with Cowwarr already.
Yes.
Straight from the back line. They want to move it as fast as they can.
Who's your tip for today?
I'm with Cowwarr. I'm with the Saints.
I'll stick with Cowwarr. We will have around the ground scores from all other games and netball as well as footy. Double-hander there from Millington, who was injured.
Oh.
She's pulled a free kick for this. The boundary umpire wasn't sure. So we'll go to Cowwarr, and it's Matt Johnson on the left foot.
Oh.
Goes towards Hughes as it punched away from him. Quickly on the check side, and all of a sudden we've got a contender, and it's Ash Smith for the Finch Cafe goal of the day.
The first one for the day.
What a great goal. Always love a check side.
It was.
Look at that. Absolute beauty from Ash Smith. And they're away on the Hurricane Hire scoreboard. Cowwarr 1 straight 6. Gormandale yet to score 2 minutes in. Well, I was just about to say too before that goal was kicked. Nick Millington, the ruckman for Gormandale, was hurt in round 1. And the game was abandoned just prior to half time. But have a look. He's back
jumping.
in. He's giving away a lot of height. But, geez, he got a leap.
He's got some springs in those legs of his.
He almost looks like, and I know this sounds crazy, he almost just looks like a rover. He jumped early that time, and he's going to get the free kick though, Millington,
which is stiff, because Sykes was just holding his ground.
He looked stunned, didn't he,
Yeah.
Sykes? Couldn't understand why the free kick was against him. They go inside 50, get a stoppage. So they've had a couple of forays inside 50 already, Gormandale. 1,100 days, Matty.
That is. It's a long time since you haven't had a win. That last win, though, was actually against Cowwarr.
Sykes grabs it out of the ruck, goes up towards half-back, but standing in the way there is Damien Paul on his wing. Low ball inside 50. Is he going to pay that mark? I reckon that's Coffey that's taken that. It is. Coffey wants the outer side. He has a player this side in folks asking for it or pleading with it. Decides to go the outer side. Snapped around the corner.
Ooh.
And it was going all the way, but well defended in the end. And just the behind for Gormandale. They did kick 7 goals against ladder leaders last week. Hayfield, which I was impressed with, Matty.
Yeah, they're getting on the board, which is a good sign.
Admittedly, Hayfield got 28 of their own.
Yes, they did.
But that was a good sign, and a bit of a fumble there by Sykes, was it? Goes to ground. In fact, they just jump over. It's hard to see what's going on over there. And I don't know why they don't ball this up. I just don't like it when they let that go. That's when an injury can happen.
Just left a little bit too long, but that's okay.
Sykes wins the tap. The rainbow numbers are really difficult to see, as well as the white of Gormandale, but we'll get there. Paulette, just outside defensive 50. Picked up by Folks. To Bloss, back to Folks, and he's had a bit of the ball already. Smith, who already is a contender for the Finch Cafe goal of the day. Goes up towards Deering. Steering up towards half forward. He was looking for Hector, who's had a good season for the Cowwarr Saints, but he's beaten on this occasion. Goes in and lays a great tackle. Ends up spilling free to Deering. Goes up towards the goal mouth. He was looking for that boy Hughes. It's well worked out in the end. Millington onto his left foot for Gormandale. Johnson's there. Comes off his hands. Good hands on the outside. Now they're away. Through the agency of side.
Well done.
They work their way up into the centre of the ground now. Potelage is tackled. He'll get the free kick. On the left foot. Nice kick too. He's had a bit of the ball already is Damien Paul. Oh, that's not a great kick. Oh, it's gone through the hands there though of Davison. Gets out the back. They mop it up. Cowwarr. So just a long ball up the line from Grieve. Again, Ash Smith. He goes short. Finds his teammate in Farnham. Oh, great kick to Hughes, and he takes it at its highest point, just taking the defender out of it, Matty.
Yeah, I've noticed already they've given him the whole 50. You can see there on the screen there. It's his keys today, that forward 50.
I know this isn't the side that's played for the last 1,100 days, Gormandale, but they don't look like a side that shouldn't have won a game for 1,100 days.
They've started
right
off
now.
okay.
They look okay. As Hughes comes in with a big, long left foot and gets his first for the day and takes the Saints onto 2 straight, 12. And they lead Gormandale just the one behind. We've gone 6.5 minutes on the Hurricane High scoreboard. Hard to defend that, Matty.
It is. And as good as Gormandale started, they're still 2 goals down.
So back in the middle. Quick hands out. Sykes, high ball. Goes the required distance, but can't be marked. Quick hands on the outside. Geez, he started well, Deering.
Yeah.
Johnson, little grubber inside 50. Hughes just pushes his opponent off the ball. I reckon that might have been Roscoe that come in on that, and the ball's trickled out over the boundary line. So 7.5 gone, 11-point leaders, Cowwarr. Hurricane High scoreboard. The AGL Loy Yang, North Gippsland Football Netball League Pride Cup Day, round 5 here at Cowwarr. Farnham has it stripped away from him. Hurry kick out, but standing in the way there was Chalmers. Gives it off to Jordan Burke. Goes inside 50. Gets out the back. Around the corner. Outside defensive 50. They're defending quite well at the moment, Gormandale. And they're going to get a holding free kick here out of side of the ground under the newest scoreboard. So Gormandale up the line. Oh, good mark. So the Saints inside the centre square, go to Burke. Back to Burke on the left foot. Here he is again. Hughes gets through his hands. They've got 2 on him at the moment. He's able to get it again and get his right foot to it, but smothered. Again, they really combined well in that back 50. The Tigers. Kick coming out wasn't that great. And again, they defend well. Out of side. Through the hands. Good crumb. In a 1-2 from Burke. Into the middle.
Oh, turnover.
Handball missed Chalmers. Oh! Tell you what, that would have been the TRFM mark of the day if you had to grab that. Getting a mile in the air.
Yeah, he was up there.
Hughes.
Got 4 on him.
Yeah. So Farnham just picks it up, check side grubber along the ground, and he gets his first, and Cowwarr's third. So on the Hurricane Hire scoreboard, nearly 10 minutes gone first quarter. 3 straight 18 Cowwarr, Gormandale, 1 behind. Smart. Knew he was under pressure, but you're right, Matty. Every time Hughes goes near it, he's got 3 players on him.
Yeah, if you're another forwardman in Cowwar's forward 50, you're going to be free. So get busy because they're all the defensive players are going straight to Hughes, as expected.
How you going with those numbers, Matty? Pretty hard.
I'm going by body movement of what we already know.
Davison in the ruck for Cowwarr now. Free kick to the Saints. Go towards half forward. Gets through the hands of Deering. Probably the best player on the ground at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the kick to Hughes. And this is the spot that he'd want to be kicking from.
I reckon on a Tuesday, Thursday night, coming out of the club rooms, you'll be having shots from here.
And then at the end of the night, you're probably having half a dozen.
Yeah. So this is definitely in his range and his capabilities.
Gets around. Oh, proves the angle. Big long kick. Geez, a massive kick off the hands. And he's going to go through for a rush behind. The first blemish for the Saints, 3-1. 19 to 1 behind. Boundary throw in, right on the 50 for Cowwarr. Sykes has it punched away from him. Quick kick along the line there by Roscoe. And Grieve just sees it out over the line for Cowwarr, either side of the ground. 12 minutes gone, first quarter. 18-point lead to the Saints. Love that backdrop over that side of the ground, Matty. That is real country footy.
That is country footy at its best. It's probably second behind, probably Tura would say.
Yeah, I love Tura. And that's a different outlook, isn't it, with the hills, the rolling hills. But that bushland at the back of this is beautiful. Into the middle. Davison's there. He gets it. Then goes to ground. Comes out to Potelage. I'll get that mixed up all day. Don't worry about that.
Love how the umpire was talking to the players and got to get it out. So they knew where they had to get it out or they get done for holding the footy.
Sykes. Bouncing ball inside 50 for Gormandale. It's going to be repelled.
Paulette, he's got some hair on his head now.
That's throwing me. I was wondering who that was.
He didn't have any last time.
No. Well, I've got to find out how he does that. The ball comes out to Hughes. That's Riley Hughes. Up towards half forward. Handball out. Farry. High ball towards the goal mouth.
Well defended.
By Bloss. He goes in after it again. That's why I called him Paulette earlier. It was the bald head, but that's Paulette there with a little bit of bristle. Snap around the corner. Misses to the right. Does Roscoe. Captain of Gormandale. Another behind for the Tigers. Didn't know where to go then, Coffee. Goes back.
Oh, danger.
It is. It's a 3-on-1. I'll agree with that. Kanara decided to tap it when he probably should have grabbed it, and that's going to be holding the ball against Roscoe. Deering. Beautiful kick. Finds his captain in Hector. Goes inside. Oh! Sykes has dropped it, but he has all the time in the world to come back on it. That's a thumping kick. Off hands. It's still inside. They need to rush that through. No. They decide to keep it alive here, Gormandale. Well done in the end. They get it outside defensive 50. Said it before and I'll say it again. They do not look like a side that hasn't won for 1,100 days. As Grieve for the Saints. Runs away. Oh,
lovely.
What a kick. Wow. Just lace out in the end. And is that Johnson?
Matty Johnson didn't have to do a thing there.
So he comes around and improves the angle. Goes towards the goal mouth. He's going to miss to the near side. And they get their second behind. So 15 gone, 18-point lead. Just a controlled ball out of defensive 50 for the Tigers, and they find Riley Hughes. Lowers his eyes, and terrible kick in the end, and easily chopped off by the Saints captain Hector. Look at the kick!
It's like a bullet.
Keenan Hughes, you can have 6 on him. You won't stop that.
Absolute bullet.
Look at that. And he had to get it, hate to say it, centimetre perfect.
But he got it.
And he got it. So Hughes again from this spot. We called him in round 2 and he missed a heat. He hasn't missed that one.
He likes it too.
Gets his second, does Keenan Hughes, and he takes him on to 4-2. 26, they lead Gormandale 2 behinds. Look at that kick on the Hurricane High scoreboard, 16 gone. Have a look at this. Just never looked like missing, did it?
No.
Beautiful kick. And I know Ash Smith is leading at the moment, if you like that sort of goal, but that's a good one too.
That's not easy.
No, for the Finch Cafe goal of the day.
The skills are really up this week. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Back in the middle. Sykes wins it from Millington, and quick hands out from Hector. They get it to the outside to, I reckon that's Alexander. Or, yeah, it's Alexander.
Here he is again.
To Hughes. I've got to get the glasses on. He has a flying shot at goal, and he's going to miss that to the right. I got a sneaking suspicion. These rainbow numbers are hard to read. I've got a sneaking suspicion there's 2 number 9s out there.
On the Cowwarr?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's just, no, it's an 8. So it is Alexander. That 8 on the other side of the ground looks like a 9. They are very difficult to read, those numbers. So the Tigers will bring it back into play. Come to the Sports Stream Live broadcast side of the ground, and big fly from Kanara. And he's going to say unrealistic attempt here. And the free kick will go to Sykes, the Saints ruckman. Yeah, and we know who he's going to look for. He sits that up. Well done. Really good footy from the Tigers. They have a lot around him, Hughes, and they've got to, because if he's given a free run, he'll make you pay as they go short to Kirk. A short ball again. Hector comes from the back, punches it. Hughes can't take it cleanly. Gets it in the second attempt, though. Keeps it in. Handballs out the back to Sykes. Goes inboard. Oh, straight towards the boundary. That's got to be deliberate. That has got to be deliberate. No, not going to pay it. And I can tell you, Jake Green from Gormandale thought it was. He stood the mark for Jordan Burke, thinking it was going to be paid deliberate, and it wasn't. So we'll have a boundary throw in, centre wing position, right in front of the Sports Stream Live commentary box. Good tap from Sykes, but no real crummo there. Alexander has his handball turned over. Nainch ends up getting it to Farnham. Inside 50, handball off quickly, and here is Paulette, and he's getting amongst it too. The key backman, Braden Paulette, gets the Saints 5th. They go on to 5-3-33. Gormandale 2 behinds, 19 gone. Hurricane scoreboard, highest scoreboard, first quarter. Wow, nice running goal from the backman.
There is nothing better kicking a goal in the back if you're a backman running all the way back. Just let all the opposition know that you've just kicked a goal.
And the player that you go to, they're hiding. He's hiding. He doesn't want to know about it.
You'd be going back, what do you think about that?
Yeah, it can be embarrassing, can't it?
They can.
Back in the day, as I always talk 80s, Brad Hardy was the master of it at Footscray in Brisbane.
Yep.
At one stage, he led the Brisbane Bears goal kicking from half back.
Oh, wow.
Sykes wins the tap. They're coming through again. This time it's Jordan Burke. He started well as well. Inside 50. Websdale couldn't collect it. In fact, it was Johnson. They're going to clear it. Gormandale out towards the wing, outer side of the ground. And that'll be Jake Green that takes that mark. Wants to go along and does. Sykes is there in the spot, though. He's looking for Potelage, but Sykes to Nainch. There's another player on the outside here in Bloss. He's made it easy for us this week. I reckon that's why Paulette's growing the hair, because we did struggle with it in round 2.
They're very similar.
Against Churchill.
Yeah, we did.
I think Braden Paulette will buy you a beer. I reckon you've grown the hair for it. Love it when a player helps us out. So it'll be the smaller Millington here.
He's only small, isn't he?
He's tiny. Up against Sykes. Looks like his father. He's going to get a free kick here, though.
He's getting frustrated, Sykes.
Millington feeds it off to the running Canara. Inside 50. Paulette double fists it. Probably should have marked it. Burke feeds it back. Lowers some eyes. The Saints coming out. Finds Chalmers. Oh, he's going to turn it over looking for Farnham. Luck's of fortune because Paul couldn't cleanly take it. Farnham is on his bike. He's going to turn it over as well. Then they drop the mark. Gormandale comes out. Does well, does Roscoe, and feeds it to the outside, looking for Potelage.
He's get on that left foot.
Wheels around on the left foot, as Matty rightly says, and Davison comes across, stops that. He's tackled, but able to break free. Did he get taken high? Umpire says yes.
Downfield.
He's going to bring it back. No, he's going to pay it downfield. You're right, and it'll be. Is that Deering? It's Websdale, who changed the 29 to 52. So the Saints. Oh, that's a mongrel kick. Punched away from Hughes, and Crumb by Moon gets it onto the left foot. Bouncing ball.
That is holding the footy.
It is. Was that Johnson that goes in underneath
Great call.
as he's tackled? It was. Good tackle, good call, good umpiring. Oh, going to turn that over? No. Canara made that look better than what it was, and then runs away. Then the floating mongrel punt towards half forward, off the pack. He's been good. Has Green for the Tigers.
2-on-1.
Potelage just needs to collect it. He's got a man on the outside. Toe pokes it towards Canning and beats him out over the boundary line. A forward pocket for the Tigers. Nearly 23 minutes gone. They trail by 31 points on the Hurricane Hire scoreboard. The first quarter for the AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup round 5.
And they've had a few forward inside 50s. You wouldn't think that looking at the scoreboard, but they've had a fair bit in their forward 50.
In it comes Sykes, uses the hands. Potelage, he's had a bit of it. It looks quite classy when he does get it. Tainch feeds it back. Burke. Handball's chopped off. Oh, Potelage might have been taken high. Umpire didn't see it. They square it up. He's dropped the mark. 30 out. Kicks it off the ground. Misses to the left was Flynn Roscoe.
I think he spent it before he marked it.
Probably hasn't happened a lot.
No.
Mark 30 metres out. But I've liked the way they've gone about it, the Tigers.
Yep.
Paulette brings it in short to his captain. Left back pocket, Hector. Short again. Finds Alexander. Up towards the wing. Looks for the big fella Sykes. Gets out over the back. Gee, that was well read at the back by Paul. Goes inside 50. They've dropped another one. This time it's sorry. Yes, that's another Deering. Liam Deering. For the Tigers.
Just lacking a little bit of polish.
There's a Matt Deering for Cowwarr and a Liam Deering for Gormandale. Yeah, you're right. He should have swallowed that. We're going to have the ruck duties with Sykes here now. He wins that. Gets it to ground. We're out the Saints. Another short ball. 1-2 Farnham. Does well. Butters up. Gets around one. Gets his foot to the ball. Finds Tainch.
Another
High
2
ball.
on 1. 3 on 1.
Chalmers gets out over the back to Hughes. Wheels around onto it. Beautiful left foot that he's got. Finds his captain, Hector. Then goes to the pocket. And they're away again, Gormandale. Defended well. He's got a paddock in front of him. Just needs to be smart here. And he isn't. Kick doesn't get to where he wanted. And that was Canning that he wanted. Fell short. Another chance. Another inside 50 kick. Geez, this boy's been good. Jordan Burke thwarted a lot of attacking moves. They've had enough inside 50s,
They
as you
have.
say, Matty. It's just that polish that you talk about.
Yeah. They keep finding the Cowwarr defender.
Folks, has it punched away from him? The umpire's going to pay a free kick, though, against Millington. So, folks, Millington's asking the umpire, is this play on? The umpire says yes. I reckon he got his fingers to that.
Yep.
Gets back to Millington, taken high. Geez, I like the way this boy
He's
goes
going hard
about it.
about it.
Onto the left foot. Inside 50. They get it to ground. Green just needs it to bounce. Oh, I reckon he threw that.
Yep.
Comes back to Green. Umpire says, I'll bounce that 35 metres out from the Gormandale goal. They need a goal. We've nearly 26 and a half gone, so there won't be a lot of time left. 5-3 to 3 behinds. Saints lead. Again, another stoppage. So, we'll get some all around the ground scores at quarter time. Matty will be doing onto that. Don't worry about that. You'll have all the scores. We'll get some netball scores. Good tackle from Coffey. There's a couple of really good games I'll be interested to see today on how they're going. One of which is Woodside and Sale City. And the other one, I reckon, Glengarry, Yallourn North will be a bottle or two. Handball on the outside. Smothered.
Oh, well done. Oh,
Smother again. Here's a chance.
hold it.
He's paid the mark, has he?
Play
No.
on. Not far.
Not 15.
Nah.
They finally take one,
I know.
and it's not 15 metres. Could have kicked 3 if they had held their marks inside 50.
Yep. They probably had nearly 50-50 in the 450s of each team.
Sykes has his kick half smothered. Quick kick out of the danger zone into the middle.
Oh.
Geez, he uses the body well.
Yeah, he's just a smart footballer.
So, quarter time, 5-3, 33 Cowwarr and Gormandale. Just the 3 behinds. So it's a 5-goal lead to the Saints in the AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup round 5 of AGL Loy Yang North Gippsland Football Netball. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, Matty Mosley will have all the around ground scores of the football, and I'll grab some netball scores. It's the Saints by 30 points.
BP to Ralgan East, day or night from few to a feast. BP to Ralgan East, from a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP to Ralgan East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.
Welcome back to Cowwarr for the AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup Round 5 clash, where we see the home side up by 30 points, 5-3-33 to Gormandale, just the 3 behinds. And Matty Mosley has some around-the-ground scores for us.
Yes, I do. We have at quarter time, obviously our game 5-4, 34 to Gormandale, 2 points.
5-3.
Oh, we're not gone by Play HQ.
No, I'll tell you why.
What was that?
Because they went through what the scoreboard was and they've changed it back to 5-3. They had it at 5-4.
Play HQ's wrong.
Yes, don't worry about that. They were last week too.
Yes, anyway, next game, Glengarry, 2-1-13 to Yallourn North, 6-3-39. No scores we have on the Woodside Sales City game. But TTU, 4-3-27 to Churchill, 3 goals straight. And Rosedale, which is a bit of a surprise, 5 straight, 30 to Yarram, 2-4-16.
Wow, I tell you what, is this going to be a big call, this? If Yarram lose this, they won't play finals.
Nah, I agree.
I've said that by round 5. That's a bit silly, but...
There was no Bodie Motton again today.
Yeah, and that's a big injury because it was a facial injury. That he could be out for a while.
Right. I thought he was crook, so I didn't know he had that injury.
Yeah. Hey, I got some netball scores.
Okay.
And none from this game. None from the Rosedale Yarram game. Glengarry, 13 to Yallourn North, 18. And Woodside, 14. Sales City, 9. And TTU, 8. Churchill, 8. All tied up there. So we're just waiting on a score from this ground, which would be handy. And Rosedale and Yarram, we've got no scores in the A-grade netball. So they're the scores in the footy and the netball to quarter time. I can tell you the goal kickers for Cowwarr, 2 to Hughes and singles to Paulette and Farnham. And obviously Gormandale haven't got theirs first one as yet in what has been quite an entertaining game, Matty Mosley.
It is. Gormandale have been, to me personally, this is the first time I've seen Gormandale. A lot better than I've expected.
I'm with you. I'm certainly with you.
They've had a lot of inside forward 50s. They're competing well.
They are.
Just not getting it on the scoreboard, unfortunately, but got to take the little wins.
That's right. So right now, for the Finch Cafe goal of the day, our leader is Ash Smith, just ahead of Keenan Hughes.
Yeah.
He was from the boundary, but I love a check side or a banana or a boomerang, whatever you want to call it. But that one of Ash Smith right now, that's the leading contender for the Finch Cafe mark of the day, goal of the day, and I reckon the TRFM mark of the day would be Keenan Hughes at the moment as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to get underway for the second quarter here at Cowwarr in the AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup. Both ruckmen miss it, and Sykes gets it on the second attempt. Hector falls over the footy, fed out towards Sykes, taps it out to Alexander into the middle of the ground. They're away. Player on the outside. In Folks, he goes to him, gets around, goes back to the outer side. Take the mark as Tainch. Short, he gets around the ground, big Sykes, doesn't he?
Yeah, moves well.
Up the line, outer side, old scoreboard. That looks like a Little League boy that's running out on the ground there. It's taken that. Left foot up the line, not a great kick. So Gormandale, I like the way they defend at times. I would have come out this way and changed it up a bit. They've gone back to where they've come from and they've put it straight down the throat of the Saints. Just inside their forward 50. Oh, has he got that on the fourth attempt? He hasn't. That was Johnston. Goes in after it again. Feeds it out. Does well, the captain in Roscoe. Ball into the middle.
Doesn't have a lot to kick to.
He doesn't. That's Liam Deering. Oh, Pottelays paid the free. I thought it was a fair push.
He worked his body really well. I call that a mark. What about you, Brad?
I'm with you. Grieve.
He's only about 4'7" tall, and he used his body perfectly.
You want to play that all day. When you've paid that once, if you get another one that's not paid, crowd will come at you.
Yep.
So the Saints into the middle. Oh, look at the kick to Paulette, and he's dropped it. Shouldn't be dropping any marks on a day like this.
He spent it, I think.
They're going to lose this. Luck's a fortune. Burke gets his kick away and it's going to be chopped off, though. The Tigers. They want Potelage again. He uses his body on Burke, but couldn't take the mark. Geez, they go back a long way to come forward. The Saints through Folks.
Oh,
Does well, Johnson. Beats two of them. Then up towards Hughes. Has the ball punched away from him by Peavy.
Yeah, good call.
Against Ash Smith. Free kick here. He's taking a while to get up the captain, Roscoe. In the meantime, all his players are covered up the road. High ball. You don't want to be kicking it high where Sykes is.
Nah.
So it was an easy pick off. He's nearly best man on the ground.
Yeah,
at the
I
moment.
agree. Yep, definitely.
Dangerous kick, but perfect. Turn it over again here. Juggling mark to side.
He's a good size.
I was just about to say the
Yeah.
same. He's got some size about him for this midfielder. He's as tall as their ruckman,
Yeah.
if not taller. Oh, here he is again, Sykes.
He's everywhere.
Now, that's the push that I talk about, that they paid before.
Yep.
As soon as you don't pay it again, that's the reaction you get from the crowd.
Yeah. And same umpire.
Yeah. Tainch feeds it off. Saints are away. They want a one-on-one. They're going to get it.
Oh,
But it doesn't get to Hughes. Gets to the front. Johnson, he's pushed off it. Quick kick around the corner. Gets out the back. Peavy. Wants the boundary here, I reckon. He's not going to get it. He's going to get it back himself, actually. He butted up and followed up well. Goes for a long ball to the outer side, and Jenkins
good result.
goes out over the boundary. We have a boundary throw in centre wing, outer side of the ground. 4.5 minutes gone. Nothing added to the score. So Millington and Sykes. Sykes is pushed away from the smaller Millington. He gets a double-handed tap to it and they dive across it. We'll get a restart again.
I do think Sykes is struggling with Millington because he's such a unique type of ruckman.
Yeah, he wouldn't be used to it.
Nah, he's very different.
Rucking against someone that size. So Sykes wins that one. Again, get a restart, will we? Or are they going to let that go? They do. Now they're away.
Yes.
Petey, inside 50 for the Tigers.
Here we go.
Here's a chance.
Oh,
Missed to the right, and I reckon that might have been Liam Deering. Very hard to tell with these
It
numbers.
is.
It is Liam Deering. The old white on yellow. Goes really well, doesn't it?
it does.
So they go short. Still control the footy. Up the outer side of the ground. Smith. Short ball. Faking the handball on that occasion was Folks. Then he feeds it back to Smith.
Oh, he's
Oh, they're
turned
going to turn it over again here. So both sides are guilty of it. One on three here. That's got to be holding the ball. No, umpire lets it go. Geez, a comedy of errors at the moment. It's just a purple bad patch of 2 minutes here, and it's not good footy to look at.
And it's on the other side of the ground, which makes it even more difficult.
And players are getting frustrated too. So up it goes. Davison's there for the Saints. I reckon they both missed that and trickles out over the boundary line. With a boundary throw in centre wing position, outer side of the ground. Still no score added, or one behind, sorry, to Gormandale. 7 minutes into the second quarter, the AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup Day here at Cowwarr on a beautiful autumn day. Has been cold of a night.
It has. It's starting to change.
It is. As Baldwin goes low and hard for the Tigers. He's all wrapped up, boys. And we'll get a restart. A lot of players around this. Davison jumped about 4 weeks early. Alexander round the corner. Johnson.
It's a 2-on-1 on Hughes.
To the boundary. It's going to carry out over. I reckon that's on the full. It is.
They are pushing Hughes very wide. Have you noticed that so far?
Yeah. So, Kanara, not a great kick. He was looking for Jeffries. He overruns it.
Oh.
Quick hands out from Webbsdale. Again. It's Kanara. He goes short. Up the line.
Oh, that's a free.
Just pushed out underneath it. Was Liam Deering. Comes into the middle, near side again.
It's a nice kick.
Loss, taps it. Paulette clears it. Out of side to Alexander. Now to centre half forward. Oh, that's in the back too. Yes. Every day of the week. 2 hands right in the middle of the back there. Johnson towards Hughes. Traps it inside. Geez, he has the other Deering square if he wants him here. All on his own. He's ignored him. Had a shot and missed. Matty, should he given that off?
Absolutely. Just trying to do a little bit too much there.
Into play, side from behind, punches, finds the boundary. Geez, they're set up well behind
I was
the
just
ball.
looking then. Yeah, they are setting up well. Paulette as well. It's going to be a hard wall to break.
Davison holds the front spot. Millington wins it from behind, though. Going to be cleared. Into the middle. It's a 1-on-3 here. They should get this through Grieve. They do. He gives it off to Geordie Burke. Not a great kick. Peavy from behind punches it. Roscoe there overruns it for the Tigers. Peavy goes back in. He's tackled by Burke and get a bounce down inside 50 for the Saints. So the Saints in 10 minutes at the quarter, they haven't kicked a goal. They kicked 5 in the first quarter. So as a coach, Shane Duncan can only ask him, just win a quarter.
Yep.
It's minute by minute sort of stuff for them right now, isn't it?
It is. Because they've been so far back, they just need to improve literally by a quarter.
I like what he's done. In that interview we'll play in the Willetton Transport halftime show with Shane Duncan. Millington went very early and missed it. Quick kick around the corner by
Well done.
the captain in Hector, and it's just chopped off to the Tigers again. Not a great kick. That's been their problem. Handball back towards Roscoe. Goes to the boundary. Yeah, in the halftime interview in the Willetton Transport halftime show, Shane Duncan talks about what he's trying to do with this club and who the type of player that he's recruiting.
Yep.
He's brought 4 or 5 with him.
Yep.
He did coach the Tarralgon thirds in the Gippsland League. So he's got some footy now, and I like his attitude to what he's doing with this club.
He understands where they're at.
So make sure whether you're in the ground on 107 FM or you're at home or in the pub watching on North Gippsland Football Netball League TV, stay tuned for the Willetton Transport halftime show. Shane Duncan, the Gormandale coach, will tell you all about it as we get a restart centre wing position outer side of the ground.
Look, if Gormandale can get 1 or 2 goals in this quarter, they'll be pretty stoked going into halftime knowing they're still in the game.
Yeah. And Yallourn North running away from Glengarry, 38 points. Sykes and Millington. Sykes wins it behind. They chop it off, though. I like what they've done around the stoppage too, the Tigers. You haven't seen
No
a
breakaways.
lot of breakaway, yeah.
Nah. They're making them earn it.
Yep. Sykes. Can't extract it. She's in the back there, the Tigers, out of sight of the ground. And it's Roscoe.
Oh, no.
Gets himself in a bit of trouble. Gets the handball away in the end. Umpires pulled a free kick. And advantage. So the Tigers go up towards in between wing and half forward, but it's going to come back through Burke. Looks for Hughes in between the centre and centre half forward. He gets around onto that beautiful left foot. Might have sat that a bit high for Johnson. Couldn't take the mark. He really looks... We've got another number out there that we haven't been given for Cowwarr. 41. The little fella. Hurried ball. Davison leads the race for that. Taps it along in front of him, but has it chopped off now by Liam Deering. Feeds the handball off. They go inside 50. Look out for side out the back. Can't get there. I'll take it to the boundary here and get a restart. Yeah, number 41.
We'll look into that at halftime. Might have me on player HQ.
I'm wondering if it's Lockie Langmaid. That's what I've got. But I don't know if it's right because they are the rainbow jumpers. So we'll have a boundary throw in. 30 metres around from the Gormandale goal. Gets to the front. Bloss can't take it away. Tackles laid. Ball spills free. Not going to go anywhere with that. And the umpire says we'll bounce that. Did you get anything?
Nah, not on player HQ. I think I might make a phone call to Kevin Hood, the Cowwarr runner.
Bloss feeds it out over the back to Tainch. Standing start kick. High ball out of sight of the ground. Gee, I thought Matt Deering might have been pushed in the back, not paid. Davison will get that free kick though, will he? Or is it against him? It's against him. So the Tigers, still on that outer side of the ground, go up towards half forward, inside 50.
That's a mark of the day there. Great mark.
Again, very hard to see the numbers. But that is a contender for the TRFM mark of the day. So we'll have to make sure we do see who that is. So he'll kick from 45 metres on a very tricky angle. Let's fly. And goes to the left. It was Blake Hearn. So Blake Hearn right now is a contender for the TRFM mark of the day.
Yep.
Side. Feeds it off. Oh, good tackling, double tackle. A lot to like about it. And I reckon Shane Duncan will be happy. I'll tell you who's not happy, and that's Jack Crinan. Sykes takes it out of the ruck, feeds it back. Comes up towards the Sports Stream Live broadcast side of the ground, and Johnson does well. Feeds it out over the top to Moon. He's beaten for it. Handball out towards Siddle. Gets out over the boundary line. Millington and Sykes. Geez, they're uncovered at the front here, the Saints. Not going to get there anyway. Gets out the back. Millington,
Well
quick
done.
hands on the outside. They
That was
do
lovely.
well. Crimhan feeds it out. They go into the middle.
Oh,
But
we'll not catch him.
Hughes, no. 2 bounces, then feeds it off to the outside. Alexander, beautiful kick. Gee, he's covered some ground, Johnson. Then he comes back onto the left foot. He was looking for Matt Deering, couldn't take the mark. Oh, he's paid high, has she? Yes.
Yep.
So the Tigers will take that free kick. It's Jesse Siddle. Short to the outer side. Just a short one again up the line. Smothered. Hurry kick
Oh,
forward,
no.
straight through the hands of Peavy. Handball to Johnson, and there he is, 41. And runs into the open goal. They have had a lot of jumper changes, have Cowwarr, and this is the one that we haven't been given. You wouldn't read about it. So, Cowwarr get their first for the quarter, so the Tigers have done all
Yeah,
right.
they've done well.
6-4-40 Cowwarr, Gormandale 5 behinds on the Hurricane Hire scoreboard.
Try to do a bit of work on number 41, if we can get a name.
Okay. Sykes. Chopped off. Here's a chance through side. Goes for the long kick. Gets
Oh,
it out
the
over the back of Davison.
Oh,
Bounce to the right, and I tell you what, that would have been the Finch Cafe goal of the day. Nothing would have beat it.
that was a thumping kick.
Got a sharp Shane Warne, and just too much. Sort of ball that beats Gadding. Does it come into Sykes? And oh, he might have this taken off him here. No, he's got 50. He pushed him over and he got 50. Well, I haven't seen that done before.
That was a circus. I had no idea what was happening there.
Brody Inges is 41. We were given 36.
Okay.
So, okay, there you go. So Hughes will have a shot on goal. In he comes. Fires for his third and he
likes
gets it. Well, the goal umpire's just going to have a little bit of a
Bit of me time.
me time.
Yeah.
And Keenan Hughes gets his third for the afternoon. And the Saints 7th, and they go on to 7-4, 46. What a beautiful kick. He's kicking them from the boundary today. And Gormandale just the 6 behinds, 21 minutes gone. Second quarter on the Hurricane Hire scoreboard. So Brody Inges has won in the 41. And fair dinkum, looks like an Oz kick boy.
He's only a little fella.
He's
Not much
tiny.
of him.
Good, he's a goer though, as Millington wins it on the way down. Hector feeds it off. Geez, Burke's been good. So's this boy, Matt Deering. Goes inside to Johnson. Oh, nearly toe poked it to himself laying on the ground. Handball out from Moon and they dive on top. Bounce down 46 metres out from the Saints goal. They've now kicked 2 goals this quarter to 3 behinds to Gormandale. Comes out towards Moon on the left foot and misses to the right-hand side. Nearly 22 and a half gone. Second quarter. Don't forget the Willetton Transport halftime show. We'll have a chat to the Gormandale coach Shane Duncan. Caught up with him yesterday as Millington takes the mark. While Sykes has been dominant, I've liked this fella's game as well.
Yeah, the way he goes about it.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's really fighting out of his division.
Yep.
But he keeps fighting, and there he is again. Cowwarr couldn't take it. Either could Jeffries. Hector's all wrapped up. That's the one thing that Gormandale do. They'll tackle, tackle, tackle.
They do.
Some may say that's because the opposition have the footy. That's okay. Some players don't tackle. Millington wins the tap. Tainch does the roving for the Saints. Hurry kick as he's tackled by Cowwarr. Gets it to the outer side. Just a little wrestle between the two boys on that outer side. Alexander for the Saints. So in front of the old scoreboard, we'll have a boundary throw in. I reckon that might have been the captain then for Gormandale in Roscoe. Ball comes back into play. Double tap out towards that man in Roscoe. High ball up the wing.
Oh.
Holding the front spot. Done well. Read that better than anyone on that occasion. They'll go inside 50. Can they get one before half time? Well, here's a big chance, and it's the big fella, Liam Deering. And he'll kick this from only 25 metres. Not real much of an angle to worry about, Matty.
Nah, not in these conditions either.
Shouldn't have a problem, should he?
We've mozzed him now.
I know. I haven't said he will kick it, so...
They deserve a goal, though.
They do. So you've got no hope of kicking this. Hopefully I've put the moz on him.
He's got it.
And he's got it.
Well done.
Fantastic. So Liam Deering gets the first one for the Tigers in the second quarter. And nearly the 25-minute mark of that second quarter. And they go into 1-6-12.
They could easily have 2 or 3
They
on
trail,
the board.
Trail Cowwarr 7-5-47. The Hurricane higher scoreboard. You're right. They've missed a couple they should have gotten. They've dropped a few marks inside 50
Yeah.
that they never got a shot at. So they've kicked 1-3 this quarter to the opposition's 2-2.
Yeah, you can't complain.
Only been beaten by 5 points this quarter. So
Yep.
at the 25-minute mark, second quarter, again, they're going to get a clearance through the captain in Roscoe. Oh,
Terrible bounce.
it was. If you're a Gormandale supporter, if you're a Saints supporter, you're pretty happy as Paulette takes them away from that half-back flank. Once Keenan Hughes bounces into his lap. Geez, he turns quick. Gets onto the left foot really quickly, looking for Johnson. Gathers it. Oh, just got away from him in the end. Underground handball. Oh, that's going to go on the full. It's going to come in the window. Not the first thing that's hit this van this week.
It's not a football, it's a kangaroo.
Big Skippy as Sykes lowers his eyes to Tainch. Has his captain, Hector. Oh, what a kick to Johnson. What a kick. That's champagne football.
Did not have to break stride, Matty Johnson.
No, I'll tell you what, Matty Johnson has been lively up forward and he hasn't got one yet.
No, and he's not the youngest bloke out there either, is he?
48 years of age.
Unbelievable.
That's what I'm told. I shouldn't have said that, but I was told that today and I was shocked by that. But he's been very lively inside 50. So nearly half time here at Cowwarr. Johnson comes in for his first goal. Umpire doesn't move.
Yeah, lovely looking kick.
And he finally gets his first after looking very busy. And the Saints go on to 8-5-53. Gormandale 1-6-12. Have a look at that kick. Just a beautiful kick. He kicked it to where he wanted Johnston to go.
Yep.
Good footy, Saints. Hurricane higher scoreboard has them out by 41 points now. Matty Mosley in the Willetton Transport halftime show. We'll have all the other AGL Loy Yang North Gippsland Football Netball League footy scores. I'll grab some netball scores. We'll have the Gormandale coach Shane Duncan from a pre-taped interview from yesterday.
Yep.
Free kick to Sykes in the middle for a Gormandale player encroaching in on the centre square. They go to Hughes again. He
glides. He glides when he's running.
Yeah, spot on. He just sits in mid-air, doesn't he?
Yep.
Now, distance won't be a problem. Normally you would say, distance might be a problem. This could go through post height.
Easily. He's a beautiful kick. Can kick at 60, not a problem.
He's got 3. Kicks it from 55. It's going. It's going to hold up. Through the hands of Johnson. Has he kicked? No. He kicked it after it crossed the line.
I think Matty Johnson knew there. See that white mouthguard smile.
So just a behind for the Saints. Tigers. Out of sight of the ground. Alexander's there. Toe poked off the ground. Hughes does the tackling. There it is. That is half time. And the Saints are 8-6-54. And Gormandale 1-6-12. So they lead by 42 points. The Saints, and that's after leading by 30 at quarter time. So they've increased that lead by 12 points. And at some stages during that quarter, Gormandale looked like they might have even won the quarter.
Yeah.
And just have a look at the way they're coming off the ground here, Gormandale. There's no heads looking to the ground. They're up and about. They've jogged off, got together, got the huddle. There's a lot of talk. And the real vocal one there I noticed is Damien Paul, and he's talking to everyone and keeping them upbeat.
It's a good attitude to have.
It is.
It is.
It's fantastic. We might take a quick break here at half-time of the AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup Round 5 North Gippsland Football Netball League footy at Cowwarr, and it's the Saints by 42 points.
BP to Ralgan East, day or night from few to a feast. BP to Ralgan East, from a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP to Ralgan East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it, and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.
Welcome back to Cowwarr for the AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup Round 5 footy, where Cowwarr lead 8-6-54 to Gormandale 1-6-12. They hold a 42-point lead. Matty Mosley, what about some others?
Yes, we do. At halftime, Glengarry 4-1-25 to Yallourn North 11-4-70. We've still only got the quarter time scores for the Woodside Sale City game, which is 2 straight Sale City to Woodside 4-4-28. TTU really starting to click into gear. Half-time, 14-7-91 to Churchill, only 3 goals. And Rosedale really starting to kick away against Yarram, 8-3-51 to Yarram, 3-4-22.
You went Rosedale, I went Yarram.
Yep.
And I reckon that might be the end of the year, Yarram, if they lose this. And it looks like they will. That's so obviously the Vardy boys aren't playing.
Yep, all Brody Motton.
All Brody Motton. So I've got some netball scores. Still haven't got... oh, no, of course they're not playing. That's right. So we've got Glengarry 27 to Yallourn North 42. Woodside Big Leaders 40 over Sale City 25. TTU 26. This is a real close one. It was even earlier. TTU were 26. Churchill, who I think are on top or second.
Yeah, they're up and about.
28. So they're 2-point leaders over TTU. And Cowwarr is 7. And Gormandale are 22. And in the ladder, actually, Churchill's third. Sale City are on top from Woodside, Churchill, Yallourn North and TTU. So that's some good netball scores going on there. We'll get some goal kickers here. We've got for Cowwarr, Hughes has 3 and singles to Smith, Farnham, Paulette, Johnston and Aegis. And, that's right. And for Gormandale, just the 1, and that went to Liam Deering in the second quarter then. So they got themselves 1 goal, 3 in that quarter, where 3 goals, 3 to the leading side, the home team, Cowwarr. Had a chat with the Gormandale coach yesterday, Shane Duncan. Really like his attitude. Love what he's doing with the Tigers. They're really flying off field. The netballers are going okay. The thirds have won a game. The seniors are looking for a win after 1,100 games. But you know what? I reckon they got the right guy at the helm. And here he is.
No, thanks for having us, Brad.
Now, big day, the Pride Cup game out at Cowwarr tomorrow, and we're into round 5. You'd be looking forward to a great day. We're going to have some beautiful weather again, mate.
Yeah. No, we've had a pretty good run of weather with our first 3 or 4 rounds. So, yeah, boys are looking forward to it, and it's Gus Burgess's 350th game on the weekend.
Oh, that's magnificent. So, it's going to be a massive day for him. Is that 350 Gormandale games?
Yeah, yep.
Wow. There's not too many playing that sort of number these days because they tend to, as you'd know, Shane, they jump around a bit.
Yeah, no, and look, he was sort of committed to playing reserves, but with a few numbers out last week, we got him into the seniors and he kicked 3 goals. So he's secured his spot for this week, that's for sure.
That's fantastic. Hey, let's go back to round 1. You had the abandoned game where the big ruckman Nick Mellington went down injured. So that game was abandoned, and because it was before half time, there was no real result given. How's Nick now?
Yeah, no, he's great. He made a full recovery. No serious injuries there. He was a bit sore and bruised, and he had a week off, but he played and then we had 2 weeks off with the bye and the long weekend. But he was back last week, and he was in the best again. So.
Unbelievable. So that's an incredible recovery, and that's really, really good news. And talking about round 1 abandoned and then round 3 a bye, must have been hard so far in this early part of the season to get some real continuity.
It is, or it was, but the boys they're young, they're energetic, and really, really positive. So, I think we've got 2 players above 25 years of age, so they're keen, and all they want to do is learn and play footy, and they don't take a backward step. So, everything's positive at the moment. It's great.
So you got some new players. You coached Terrellgan's thirds, and you got a couple from there, and mates have brought mates. So tell us about a couple of those.
Yeah, Jesse Siddle, he was one of the first ones I got on board, and he bring 4 or 5 of his mates with him, and He was playing senior footy at Warragul last year.
Okay.
And I've actually made him the assistant coach because he wants to learn and get into coaching as well. So we've got a bit of a plan there for him to step up in the next year or two as well. And yeah, I mean, we went after good guys, good people to have around the club. So, and that would bring their mates and yeah, look, it's been very positive. The other one, again, one of my first calls I made was to Tom Side, who I also coached at Traralgon Thirds, and yeah, very smooth mover. And actually, my assistant coach Stuart Pazalacco calls him the Rolls Royce. So yeah, look, he moves well and very good player. So yeah, we've got some good young talent there that also mixes with the local talent.
So you say that, and I'm really impressed with that, and it's a great mantra to go by. Recruit good people. If they can play footy, that's great. You can always turn them into footballers. It's pretty hard to turn a bad person into a good person, Shane.
Yeah, that's right. And that was our mantra from the get-go with recruiting. Yeah, we didn't want to, spend thousands of dollars on a big name player that, didn't really offer too much to the club. Whereas, we recruit good people, they hang around, and it's a great club to be at. It really is. I've played at a few different clubs myself and coached at a couple of different clubs, and it feels like home when I go back there. So, and that was the main reason for accepting the coaching job.
That's fantastic. Hey, the other thing is, arguably the best side in the competition right now is Hayfield, and they've got an incredible forward line. Last week you played them, and the thing that really impressed me, you've kicked 7 yourselves.
Yeah. Look, our pressure was enormous. I think we had over 80 odd tackles, which was fantastic. And we also, I think we had roughly, I think it was about 38 forward entries. So with our stats, and yeah, look, yes, we're outclassed. Don't get me wrong, but our effort and endeavour was there. So yeah, I talk about purpose and intent all the time at training, and it was definitely there for 3 quarters.
That's fantastic. Hey, the other thing is, I'm hearing on the grapevine, off field, everything's really cracking at Gormandale right now.
Yeah, look, our meals on Thursday night, you can't fit another person in there. So that's great. Yeah, and look, the club, a whole new committee this year, which is brilliant, and there are a lot of local people, local Gormandale people on the committee, and everything's done to keep that club going for years to come for their kids to come and play at. So it's yeah, it's all very positive, and financially they're good. And yeah, look, we just gotta start winning a couple of games here and there, and yeah, go from that.
Mate, thanks very much for joining us. I think you're doing a fantastic job. You've got some kids into the place. You've got some good people into the place, and there's some kids coming through. Your thirds have already had a win. You're winning netball games. It all looks well for the future for Gormandale. Good luck today, and I hope it's not too far away for your first win of the year.
No, thank you very much. And yeah, it's been like 1,100 days since the seniors had a win, and that was actually against Cowwarr on Gus's 300th. So it's now his 350th. So there's not a better time.
Fantastic. I hope I'm around on the day after 1,100 losses that you get it, because I'm sure she's going to be a big night down at Tigerland.
It will be a big night if that comes to fruition, yes.
Well done. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
Welcome back. He's a great fellow. I'm a big fan of Shane Duncan, I must say, Matty Mosley.
He understands where the club's at and what they can do to improve, and I reckon they will get a win.
Yeah.
Might be the second half of the year, but if they play Cowwarr again up at the Boneyard, anything is possible.
Yeah, I like what he's coaching for tomorrow, not today, with this team. He as he said in that interview, he interviews good people. He recruits good people, and he's not that worried about their. I mean, he wants them to be able to play football, of course, but it's the old Paul Roosing, no dickheads policy. Actually, it's simple.
Well, how often you said, if you're a dickhead, you're out, basically.
Yeah. And I think it's a great attitude. And you just seen the way they ran off at half time into the rooms, and they're up and about. They're just. They're 42 points down at half time, but they're just up and about. and they haven't won for 1,100 days. I've seen clubs that haven't won for 6 weeks and walking off with their heads
Flat as a
between
tack.
their tail.
Yep.
Tail between their legs.
Yep.
And head bowed down. It's a half-time Willetton Transport show here for round 5, which is AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup round. And it was great to have a chat with Shane Duncan, and earlier in the pre-game show, thanks to Latrobe's biggest ever blokes barbecue, we had a chat with Luke Hegarty, the Cowwarr Saints coaches. They're in their huddles just having a quick chat before they come back out. And right now, our leader for the Finch Cafe goal of the day is Ash Smith. We got his in the first quarter. And the TRFM mark of the day, leader is Blake Hearn.
Yep.
Took a ripper for Gormandale in that second quarter. As Cowwarr walk out to their positions, and now the Gormandale boys are ready to go. So there's no real surprises in other games. For me, there is, but not for you.
No.
You said Rosedale would win this.
I actually sent you a text. Was it this morning or last night? Last time they met.
Yes.
Yeah. And Rosedale got the chocolates there as well.
Yeah. Yep. I haven't had an update for a while in the Woodside Sale City game out at Woodside. And I'm surprised, I suppose, in the margin of the Yallourn North Glengarry game, 45 points.
Oh, they're a slick outfit, Yallourn North.
Yeah.
They are a slick outfit.
Glengarry have played some good sides this year and really haven't been pumped. It look like they might
Look,
today.
they might just be off a little bit off today.
So we're just about to get underway. That was the Willetton Transport halftime show. And Sykes has been very, very good. Up against the boy in Millington. Tainch. So that's Gormandale screaming for pressure.
So clearly that's what they're priding themselves
Yeah.
on.
And you've got to do it, don't you? I mean, if you're not overly blessed in ability.
Well, we've seen it in the previous weeks with Glengarry as well. We haven't knocked their endeavour at all.
That's right. There's Burke. Geez, he's played well.
Yep.
Onto the left foot. Hughes just slid into it, but bounced off his knees. And
Still by himself.
so they come out towards... He's going to run into the open goal here, and there's an early one. And that's Jai Folks. And they wouldn't be happy with the way that happened. The Tigers.
Yeah.
That was a little bit too easy, and let's hope that isn't sign of the times. 9-6-60, 1-6-12 Gormandale inside the first minute of the third quarter on the Hurricane higher scoreboard. So ball back in the middle. Takes a lot of mental toughness for a side that hasn't, or a club that hasn't won for 1,100 days, just to keep going. Hector.
Almost need to learn how to win again.
Yes. Up towards the wing. Oh, he traps that really well, does Hearn. And goes towards centre half forward with a high ball. Umpires pulled a free kick, and it was the non-officiating umpire from 45 metres away. And it goes to Coffey of the Saints. Gets it over to Grieve. Up towards half forward. Gets out over the back. Reads it really
Johnson.
well. Goes towards the goal mouth. Out the back is Smith. Just needs it to sit. It doesn't. Farnham. Tackled. As he smothered kick trickle out over the boundary line with a boundary throw in. Right forward pocket for the Saints. Keenan Hughes, the ruck duties. Against Millington. Holds the front spot. Gets it to ground. Ooh, taken high, was he? No. Ball up again. Hughes, big leap.
Oh,
Gets it back into the corridor. Hector. Tackled by Richards. Free kick. Goes the way of the Tigers. To Richards.
that's it.
Left foot. Awkward looking style. Tainch holds the front spot. Has it knocked away from him. Farry takes it away. Up towards half forward. Comes off the hands of Deering. It's Liam Deering for the Tigers, but the Saints take it away and find Folks, centre wing position, Sports Stream Live side of the ground. Again, Johnson presents well, and it's all over the ground he presents. He plays like he's in his mid-20s.
Yeah.
So fit.
He must do a lot of work during the week in recovery.
Look at this. To Tainch
Ah,
with a magnificent kick to the advantage of Hughes. And he doesn't let him down. He takes the mark 35, 40 metres out directly in front. Look at that. I reckon, I wish we had a stats man. I reckon he's taken 8 grabs.
yep.
So he's going to kick for his 4th. 2 in the first and 1 in the second. Obviously, distance not a problem for this man. Sits at a bit to the left and hasn't come back.
He liked it.
So just the behind for the Saints. Bring the ball back into play. Tigers, they're away. It's it out to Farry. Comes back around on the left foot, but he's turned it over and put it straight down the throat of Paulette. He's got the perm going. Paulette. Up towards Sykes. Takes the mark over Farry and then chips it high. Gets it out over the back. Oh, it's kept in now. They kill it. Do the Tigers. Another behind for Cowwarr. Lead by 50 points. 5.5 gone, third quarter. Hurricane highest scoreboard. They keep kicking it towards Sykes, and he'll keep marking it. It quickly plays on, and he's missed to the left. I think they just keep it away from him, Matty.
Yeah, if he's right, you go left. Very basic football.
Notice Jet Crimhan for the Tigers got a real limp going on.
Yep.
Here he is again, Geordie Burke. Oh, he's run down though. And we've said this about their tackling. It's one area of their game they do very well. Go out to that outer side, Grieve. He wins it from Liam Deering, then feeds it off. They go up the line towards Johnson. Trickles out over underneath the new scoreboard. It's about 65 metres around from the Saints' goal. They enjoy a 51-point lead, 6.5 into the third. Sykes. Websdale. Inside. Chopped off. Up the line. Gets out over the back. I thought that might have been in the back. To the Cowwarr boy. That's young Aegis. Sykes and Millington, 50-50 that one. Comes out to Paulette, wheels around onto the right foot, squares it up. Farry comes across and fists it. Comes out towards Coffey, keeps it in play. Up towards half forward. Farnham taps it, keeps it inside the field of play. Then it trickles out over the boundary line, does it? With a boundary throw in. Again, under that scoreboard. The minutes as the Saints enjoy a 51-point lead, nearly 8 minutes into this third quarter. It's the Hurricane Hire scoreboard as tapped out the back from Sykes to his captain in Hector. Goes
Look out,
inside.
Kenan Hughes.
Bouncing ball. Hughes grabs it, runs into the open goal and helps himself to his fourth. $10-9-69 Cowwarr. Gormandale 1-6-12. 8.5 gone, third quarter. Hurricane Hire scoreboard. Just read it better than everyone.
He did. He let them go up in the contest and he just sat back.
So right now, I've thought players like Burke and Sykes are probably the best players on the ground. Hector's had a fair bit of it as well.
Yep.
But right away, he's got himself 4. If he ends up with 8, I've got to give him best.
Yep.
I always think anything around that 7-8 to me is an immediate best on ground.
You've had a good day.
Yeah. And there's Burke again, though. And there's Hector. And it's going to come back to Burke. He's got something to say about that. Crown Hotel player of the day. Quick kick out towards half forward. Did well getting his fist to that, did Hearn. And Farry gets a kick inside 50. Grieve mops it up. Has Coffey short if he wants him. Goes to him. They get across well, the Tigers, though. So they have to retreat and go to the outer side. Paulette again. Chip to Alexander. Oh, beautiful kick to Hughes. He's getting some silver service at times.
A lot on the chest.
Probably not where you want him taking the ball.
Sykes.
Look at that kick to Sykes, and he hits the pack along with Smith. Comes off the hands, out of bounds. So 35 around from the Saints' goal. 57 points they lead. Millington wrestles. Sykes wins the tap. Quick kick out of that outside. Defensive 50. Gets out over the back again. Saints are going to come back inside. Does it sit? Picks up. Takes it around folks. Then sits it up.
How
Great
did he
mark.
that?
It was an a la Warwick Kappa type sit, Farnham, on, I think it was Chris Langford back in the day in a final, where he just sat across his neck, gives it off to Hector. Hector's missed to the left, but look who's there. Hughes gets off his hands, keeps it in play. Umpire says, no, you didn't. And we'll have a boundary throw in left forward pocket for the Cowwarr side. It's a great mark.
It was.
Is that up there now? We'll have to make note of that.
Fast.
RJ Farnham would have to be
What a name.
in contention.
RJ Farnham.
Yeah, I like that.
I like it.
So Sykes takes it out. Right foot kick around the body. Comes off the hands and through from behind. They go on to 10-10 to 1-6. 11.5 gone. Third quarter. Tigers bring the ball back into play. Out towards the boundary. From behind then was Crimhang. Couldn't take the mark. Feed it off. Left foot kick from Folkes. Sits it up. Sykes, I thought, but then he had Smith run across him and get in his way in the end. Paulette wants another, but he's tackled. Really good footy from the Tigers. Their tackling has been superb today.
Got a paddock.
There's a player on the outer side here, and he's going to go to him in Canara. Quickly plays on. Takes a bounce.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's in amongst 3. Davidson comes in. He's got the handball away, and he's played for the free kick. He's given the old clap in the face, too. Canara to Davison. So Canara inside 50. Ball comes to ground. Saints Bloss from H. I don't know about Canara clapping when you're 58 points down. Maybe 58 points in front, you might give a little bit of a clap to your
I
opponent's
wouldn't be
face.
doing it.
No, I wouldn't be doing it at all. Actually, I never got the footy, so it's very hard to do. So
He's got a bit of fire in him. He's on Hector.
I like the way he goes about it, Canara. There's no doubt about that. Millington wins a tap. Gets to ground level. Quick kick out. into the middle. Oh, he took it on the fourth grab here in the end. And straight into the man on the mark. Ends up in Hector's hands. Johnson. Oh, he's a smart player, this boy. He's going to come out to Deering. Matt Deering on the right foot. Marked in the forward pocket. That's Smith again. So he kicked the one on the move from the same spot with the check side in the first quarter.
First goal of the day.
And is currently leading the Finch Cafe goal of the day with that one. This one's more of the set shot from the same spot. Goes with the traditional drop punt. Misses to the right. So they want this side of the ground or economy? Economy. He's going to the outer side. Wants side, is it? Over that side of the ground, right under the Hurricane highest scoreboard. 1-2. On the left foot. Into the middle of the ground. That's got to be a free kick against Davison.
Yeah.
Front on contact to Blake Hearn. So just backward of centre. Outer side he's going to go with a long ball. It's going to carry right over. He was looking for his captain. I didn't think he was, but he was. He knew where he was going, Roscoe. Bouncing ball in front of Green. Tackled. Handball off. Here's a chance. Right foot round the corner, but going to miss everything. Out of bounds on the full. The Saints just control it in their back 50. Then they'll come to Sports Dream Live side of the ground to Paulette. Takes a couple of bounces. 3 bounces inside defensive 50. Long ball up the line to Keenan Hughes. Holds the front spot. Keeps his opponent out. Then gets away with him from him with a bounce. 2 bounces. Dummies the handball. 3 bounces. This is going to be if he gets it. But he's not going to get it. That would have been the Finch Cafe goal of the day.
You're getting excited.
I was. He smells the goal, doesn't he?
He's so quick.
Yes.
He's so light on his feet.
So with the boundary throw in, right forward pocket for the Cowwarr Saints. 59-point lead. On a beautiful day out here at Cowwarr. Oh, that would have been incredible. Just out of mid-air. There's not much he can't do.
No.
Tigers short. Again, just controlling the back area where they can. Richards up with a high ball up the wing. Davison shrugs off one. Alexander back to Davison. Chopped off. Under the scoreboard again, the Hurricane highest scoreboard. Liam Deering. Canning.
Got to be bold. Got to try and look in now.
Packer players. Punch from behind. Coffey overruns it. Goes in after it again. Coffey. Out to Bloss. Alexander overruns it. Comes back to Canning. Check sides it up towards the 50. Paulette's there. Gets past him. He gets that over the back. Reads it well. Handball. Risky. Finds a spot though. So they have a Paddock here. He has a lot of options to go to. Decides to go to Keenan Hughes as 1-on-4. Comes from behind with a fist. Going to be a free kick to Peavy. Going to go short here to Siddle. Oh, it's going to come back. So, Peavy called to play on. Centre half forward, Sykes. He's drifted across that area a lot. Read the play really well at times today. He's a big fella, Lockie Sykes, in his first year for the Cowwarr Saints. Did really well then, did Kirk. Inside 50, but Coffey reads it well as he gets a clip around the ear. And he goes for that from the 350 gamer, Gus Burgess. Yeah, forgotten to mention that. 350 games.
That's not bad for one club.
Super effort. Hector in the middle. Plays on. Tumbles out. Kicks it to his opposing captain in Roscoe.
Keep going.
Here they are. Canara feeds it off. Gets it over to Canning. Has the player on the inside. Gives it to
Yes.
Crimhand, and Crimhand kicks a goal. They get their second, the Tigers. 2-6-18. They trail Cowwarr 10-12-72. As we see here, just well done by the captain, Roscoe. Didn't panic, got the kick to Canara. He fed it off to Canning. Had another one over the top, and Crimhand just runs into the open goal, more or less. Great goal, Matty Mosley.
And well deserved.
Yeah.
They've really sold themselves short, really. They could at least have 6 or 7 goals on the board. They just don't give up.
They don't, and they're run down chase tackling, and I just, I've said it 14 times. They do not look like a club that haven't won a game for 1,100.
Nah.
I just love the way they go about it.
They lack a little bit of size.
Yeah.
They do. They lack a little bit of size. But apart from that, their endeavour's fantastic.
Yep. It will get Cowwarr off the bottom, though.
It will.
That's for sure.
They are a better side than bottom, I feel.
Oh, most definitely. I think they'll jump to 8th from this win today. Gone early. I mean, they are 7 goals down. Sorry, 9 goals down. So you wouldn't think they'd come back from here. So free kick in the middle to Alexander. Not a great kick. So again, they just chop that off. Side, is it? Around the corner. Yeah, it's just lacking that polish.
Yeah.
Oh, Lux a fortune. Kick off the ground. Straight into the hands.
Matty Johnson.
Johnson again. It's got one.
Oh,
Here he is. Very hard to stop there.
He marked it anyway.
He marked it and was a free kick front on. And he'll kick for his 5th, and he's only 25 metres out directly in front. So should I mark this one in, Matty Mosley?
Not yet.
Yeah, he's got the tendency to miss. Round 2 against Churchill, he missed a lot. He hasn't missed that one.
The umpire did not move.
No. So he does get his 5th. And Cowwar's 11th, 11-12-78. Gormandale 2-6-18 on the Hurricane High scoreboard, 21.5 goal in third quarter.
Do you think he wakes up this morning and goes, gee, how many am I going to kick today?
Now,
I know.
you're a key forward.
I would have.
Yeah, I've got no doubt. Because they're all like it. Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean,
I think it's just human nature.
the goal kicking's very tight at the top.
It is.
In this competition.
And if the way that your Law North's jumped in front, I would say Dean McDonald's kicked a few.
Yeah. Yes, and Hayfield have the bye, so Sheen doesn't get to add to his tally.
Yep.
And neither does Lee Brown, who's in 6th position on that goal kicking list. Oh, taken high was Roscoe, not paid. A little bit going on there. The umpire says, yep, give it to me. Bounce that down in the middle. So right now, before today got underway, McDonald was on 19, Hughes was on 18, Sheen on 18, who's not playing today, Swift from Yarram on 17. They're getting a bit of a touch-up. O'Sullivan on 14. So right now, Keenan Hughes will go to top, unless McDonald gets a bag. And there's
Every chance he will be.
Every chance he has as Burke takes it away from the stoppage. Hughes from behind just couldn't clunk that one. Underground handball. Alexander liked his game on the wing on that outer side.
Yep.
Finds Moon. Straight to the pocket to Johnson. Bounces in front of him. Ball out of bounds. 60 metres around from the Saints' goal. Oh, someone's down.
Yeah, it's Tigers.
Did he just collapse?
No, he was down for a little bit.
He doesn't look well.
Nah, definitely in discomfort there.
Taking a long time to get up.
Yeah, looks very sore.
Oh, yeah, and he can't put any weight on the right leg. I reckon it's either Jenkins or Richards, I reckon. So we'll try to see as he gets closer to the box who that is.
Probably easy for him just to go straight into the rooms from there instead of coming all the way across.
Doesn't look like he's have any further part in the game. So we've gone nearly 24 and a half. They're 10 goals up now, the Saints. So, yeah, that goal-kicking battle looks an interesting one at the moment.
It is.
You've got 5 players within 5 goals of each other from 19 down to 14 goals. 6 players, actually.
And all capable of scoring.
Yes.
Big.
Kick up towards Farry. Umpires pulled a downfield free kick, so Farry is the recipient of that. Oh, he's got himself in trouble. And then, what's he doing? Has his kick half smothered. They want to come out through the middle here or this side of the ground.
Oh, he's turned it over.
And to the 350 gamer, Gus Burgess has an opportunity to kick his first. They should come from everywhere, shouldn't they?
Oh, you would think so. He's got the long sleeve on too.
Underneath.
Yep. That's such an old player. I reckon he wears trackies on a Thursday night too.
Yeah, tucked into the white socks.
Yep. He feels the cold.
Can you see the number on the player coming off? Oh, no, he's going to fall short here by a fair way too. And a rush behind. No, we can't see who that player is. But continue to try to chase that up. So Hector to Davison. Millington collects him and ball trickles out over the line. The boundary throw in. 26-minute mark of the third quarter. 59-point leaders the Saints. Handball out the back to side. Gets that over the back of Canning. Bouncing ball for Potelage. Can't collect it. Dive on it. Oh, is that ball? Again, the tackling.
Yep.
That time it was Riley Jenkins. So that's not the player that come off before. If you can't see 21 Hayden Richards out there, that's who that is that come off. No, I can see Richards out there, so.
It's not Hayden.
No.
That's 50.
Oh, it is, most definitely. And they'll get their third here. And it'll be Millington.
Does that shock you? Because it doesn't shock me. There's a bit of fire in the belly, Millington.
You reckon he set that up for the free kick for the 50?
Oh, Hayden Hector's a very fiery fella.
Yep, so he sucked him in.
Yeah.
So Millington for the Tigers third. He's first for the afternoon.
Oh, he likes it too.
And he lets the crowd know. He lets the crowd know. They've got a bit of spunk, these guys.
They do. Imagine if they're going to get up and about when they're up by 5 or 6 goals.
Well, we want to be calling that game.
Oh.
We want to be calling their first win. So they go on to 3-7-25 Gormandale. They trail by 53 points. Cowwarr 11-12-78, 28 gone. Hurricane higher scoreboard, third quarter.
Hayden Hector just been dragged to the bench.
Okay. Yeah, when you're a leader, captain of the club, you don't want that happening. Ooh, yeah, high free kick. Go to Smith. So Ash Smith up towards Hughes. Chopping across him, I reckon that might have been Jenkins, was it? So they've really pushed back and helped out Gormandale in front of Hughes at times today.
They have. That was definitely a plan that they needed.
That was Farry that did that, and Hughes takes it out of there, kicks it around his body. Smith. Umpire says I'll ball it up 20 metres out, directly in front. The Saints goal, 29 gone, third quarter. Millington. Hurry, kick outside defensive 50's going to come back from Coffey though. Has a flying shot and has missed out of bounds to the right. So Gus Burgess, 350 games. Wouldn't have seen a lot of wins the last few years.
No, but his career would have started with they were a very strong team.
Oh,
that club was
I remember.
flying.
Yes, 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, nearly unbeatable, weren't they?
Yeah. Is it a game of volleyball in the pocket here? The Shadows are three-quarter time. High free kick. So it's three-quarter time here at Cowwarr. And they are 11-12-78, the home side. And Gormandale 3-7-25. So they lead by 53 points. The Saints will take a quick break. And we'll come back with some goal kickers, better players. We'll go around the grounds with all the scores in footy and netball. It's Cowwarr by 53 points, three-quarter time in the AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup.
BP to Ralgan East, day or night from fuel to a feast. BP to Ralgan East, from a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP to Ralgan East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it, and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.
Welcome back to Cowwarr, where the home side enjoy a 53-point lead, 11-12-78 to Gormandale, 3-7-25. Goal kickers for the home side. Keenan Hughes has 5. And then it's all singles. Ash Smith, Jai Folkes, RJ Farnham, Braden Paulette and Matty Johnson. And for Gormandale, the 3 goal kickers are Millington, Crimhan, which were both in that quarter. And in the second quarter, Liam Deering got himself 1. And you've got some scores from around the ground, Matty? I do that every time.
Yeah, I sure do. Glengarry 4-4-28 to Yallourn North 19-9-123. So that is alarm bells for Glengarry at 3/4 time. Woodside 9-7-61 to Sale City 6-38. I don't think that changed at since half time.
Yeah, I think you're right.
TTU, wow, 21-10-136 to Churchill 3-1-19. So they're really, really digging the heels into Churchill. Rosedale 14-6-90. 10 goals up, 5-4-34 against Yarram.
Wow. When I went to school, that's 9 goals, but anyway. 56 points?
It's close enough. That's 10 goals.
No, you're right. Oh, mate. What was the other one? We went different.
The Sale City one.
Oh, okay. So we'll catch each other on it.
Yep.
Yep. All right. I better get some netball scores before this last quarter gets underway. Just tell me, while I got you, Matty.
Yep.
Who do you think is right now the TRFM mark of the day?
Oh, there's the one in the second quarter. It was Blake Hearn.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Without doubt.
Still with the first goal of the day for goal of the day as well.
Ash Smith,
Yeah.
without doubt,
Yep.
is the Finch Cafe goal of the day.
Yep.
I'll just get quickly some netball scores if they've been updated before we get underway. Yes, 47 Glengarry, Yallourn North 50, some close ones. Woodside 56, Sale City 45, TTU 47, 3 up over Churchill 44, and Gormandale 61 to Cowwarr 22. They're getting theirs back in the netball.
Yep.
So last quarter underway here at Cowwarr, and the Tigers are going to take the first entry inside 50. High ball, 1-on-1. Gus Burgess out the back. Laser tackle. All wrapped up. We'll get a bounce down 25 metres out. Potelage does the sharking, but he's all wrapped up. We'll get another stoppage, same spot. Sykes wins the tap, as he's done for most of the day. Potelage just ducks the shoulder trying to get the high free kick. I reckon you lose
off the
Pryor.
ball here. She's called it off the ball.
Yeah, it'll be Potelage. I reckon you lose prior opportunity, or the decision of you didn't have prior when you drop the shoulder to try to get a high free kick.
You're trying to get away, aren't you?
Yeah. So
Looks
he's
good.
kicked it. He's kicked his first of the day. He's looked classy when
He
he's
has.
got around that footy. Chris Potelage gets his first for the afternoon, and they open their account early in the last. 4-7. 31, Gormandale. Cowwarr 11-12-78. Minute and a half gone. Last quarter, Hurricane High scoreboard. He's a lovely kick,
It's
isn't he?
those left footers.
Yes.
It's a left foot thing. They look really classy when they have the ball.
Yep.
They either kick it beautifully or it's a helicopter.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
Yep. One of the best kicks, and this might, you're a rich man, you'll remember him. One of the best left footers I've ever seen. And his name just escaped me. How's that? He's infamous for the draft pick with the captain of Fremantle. He went from Richmond to St Kilda.
You've lost me.
It'll come back. Wingman, left footer blonde. Really good left footer. Aaron Fiora.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
He was an absolute beautiful left foot kick. Didn't have a great career. They thought
No,
he
he
would.
didn't.
Ball goes inside 50. They look for Keenan Hughes. He just read that bounce beautifully.
Oh.
I tell you what. Misses to the right.
He wants goal of the day, I tell you.
He does, because it's Finch Cafe goal of the day. Why
That's right.
wouldn't you?
That's all about the calamari.
Exactly right. The Tigers. Oh. Well done. Boy, Jeffries. Gets it outside. 50. Roscoe tapping it towards the boundary. Wants it to sit. It won't. He goes back on it. Gee, fumbled. Ended up toe poking it accidentally. They dive on it. Get a restart. Half-back flank, outer side for Cowwarr. Oh, half-back flank for Gormandale. Sorry. Millington and Sykes. Sykes holds the front spot. Going to be hard to beat from there when you're giving away a fair bit of height. Inside 50. Farry did well then. Just moved his opponent off the ball. Then goes back in after it. Can't collect it. Davison gets his kick away as he's tackled. Canning plays on. Hector's there, goes out over his head. Potelage reads it well, traps it. There's that left foot again. Beautiful kick, Burgess. Didn't read that too well. Gets out over his head. He's having a go at the umpire here. He wants that as deliberate. Not a chance.
If you're Cowwarr, would you be satisfied with the first 3 quarters?
Oh, probably because you haven't won one.
Just got to get on the board.
Yeah, probably. I don't think you can be too cocky when you haven't won one.
Yep.
If you're a middle-of-the-row side that won a couple of games, I suppose you probably wouldn't be too happy.
Because they've been more than competitive early in
Yeah.
the year against Yarram and
That's right.
last week as well.
Davison. Ball's flicked out to Bloss. Umpire's pulled a free kick and given the advantage. Hector feeds it to the outside. Alexander, low ball up towards half forward. Smith does well. As the handball smothered though. So they come back again. They're just not giving up.
Yep.
Kanara. Inside 50.
Oh.
Another drop mark inside 50. Oh, was he taken high? No. Didn't. He said he didn't have prior. Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, very. It was Roscoe. Just had to hold the mark. Oh, he's laying over that.
Won't give it.
No. So we'll get another ball up. 50 around from the Gormandale goal. They've kicked the one goal this quarter, the 1-1, and
Oh, he's going to get it. Well done.
gee, you know, normally when a side's getting beaten all day, they sort of give up a little bit in the last
They
quarter.
roll over, basically.
Not this mob.
Nah.
Chance for their 50 here. Get some sort of respectability
it.
about it, and he does.
This is why they've been scoring in past weeks.
So Liam Deering it was who's got his second. And Gormandale's fifth. And you've got to be happy with the start of this last quarter. 6 minutes in.
Yep.
And they've got themselves 2 goals. 5-7-37 the Tigers. Cowwarr 11-13-79.
If they bang on another 1 or 2, it's a respectable loss, and that's where they're at.
Well, the Hurricane Higher scoreboard says they're only 7 goals in front now.
Yep.
And they look like running away with a 10-plus goal win.
Yep.
Again, they're going to go forward. Again, it's Deering marks it. And again, it's Potelage on that left foot.
Here we go.
Gets it out over the back. Burgess. Want to see him kick one in his 350th would be great. But again, though, Matty, they've got a stoppage inside 50.
It's been like that nearly a lot of the day. They just haven't finished off their hard work.
So I did have a couple of people saying to me, how are you going to go calling a game where they get beat by 20 goals?
Hasn't even been
I
close.
said, I don't think it's going to be that. And they haven't disappointed. Davison holds the front spot. I reckon that's a high free kick to the Saints. So it's Alexander, last line of defence. Oh, that's a good kick. He's played well, Alexander,
He has.
on that outer side. Finds Hector. Feeds a handball off. Turned over. Side can't pick it up. Richards can. Gets it onto his left foot. Towards Burgess, but out over the boundary line. We'll have a stoppage on that boundary line again. It's probably the third one in the same spot this
Yeah.
quarter. Not even gone 8 minutes. Davison holds the front spot. Deering from behind for the Tigers. Canara. Saints take it away. He's a long way from home here. He's Hughes. On that left foot. Just a short pass for 60 metres. Oh, gets through the hands. Hector gives it off to Inge. Inge just goes one bounce inside 50. That's one of those floating mongrel left foots that you speak of.
I'd love to know his age.
He looks 12. But has a dip, doesn't he?
He
Little
does.
boy. There's no fear in him.
No.
Still on that outer side in that back pocket. Tigers. Long ball. Hughes. He's always going to come back to that left.
Always.
Yep. You've got Sykes square. Oh, he's going to turn this over, is he? They'll halve this here, Gormandale, and that'll be a win for them. And they have halved it. One of a bounce down in between the centre and centre half forward for the Saints. Sykes wins a tap. Deering, that's Matt Deering for the Saints. He's turned it over. The Tigers win that.
Oh, terrible bounce.
Good bounce for Deering. He feeds the footy off. Again, it's going to get turned over. Down the throw to Bloss. Goes to the outer side with a nice kick. Tainch. RJ, sorry. It's Farnham. That's Farnham. It was Tainch, so Farnham. Short to the outer side to Alexander. Up the line. Hughes had the jumper held. Inges does the roving. Gets it onto that left foot quickly. Moon's there. Oh, it sits well for him in the end. In between two Tigers. So Moon has no one to go to. Go to the goal, son. Comes back. Right hand. Back to Inges. Has a shot at goal. Misses to the right. Again, Jeffries brings the ball back into play, but he's turned that over. Hughes on the left foot. He's had a fair bit of it, Inges, in this last quarter, but that wasn't too good for him. Canara, in front of the old scoreboard. Paulette just keeps it in.
Works hard, Paul. That
He
doesn't
does. Inside, diving attempt. They can't mark it. Folks feeds it back inside the middle. Paulette off again. Here we go. Alexander out of side. Goes to 50. Squares it up. Hughes, he'll come back to the left. He does. Snaps
There
it
it
round the
is.
body and gets his sixth. Cowwarr 12-15-87. Gormandale 5-7-37. Nearly 12 minutes gone. Hurricane scoreboard last quarter.
I don't know why players need to understand who they're playing on, and Keenan Hughes will go left side every single time. Sit on his left side.
Yep.
Make him go on his right side.
Exactly. Or he's going to run right into you.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And that doesn't go for Keenan Hughes. It's any bloke that you know that's a left footer.
Yes.
They always turn
that's
to
right.
that left side, the other side.
We spoke about him kicking 8. It's only 12 minutes last quarter. He's kicked 6.
He's every chance.
Every chance. Davison wins the ball out of the middle. Handballs are back. A lot of players dive over this. Restart. Davison. Back to Folkes. He's tackled. Oh, slinging tackle. And the umpire's paid it against Cowwarr for that. Geez, I hope the boy's all right. He's getting up. It was a big tackle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On Chalmers. TTU 153, Churchill 19.
Wow.
Woodside 89, Sale City 57. They go inside towards Hughes again. This is going to be number 7. Rosedale 102, Yarram 47.
That's still a shock for me. Yarram so far behind against Rosedale.
Yeah. And Yallourn North 142, Glengarry 28. So, while everyone thought this might have been the big whopping, it's not. Not by a long way. As Hughes comes in for his 7th. Distance, no problem.
That's
Accuracy,
straight through.
no problem at all either. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and 2 in the last. Gives Keenan Hughes 7 goals. And he posts Cowwar's 13th. They go on to 13-15-93. Gormandale 5-7-37, 14 gone. Hurricane higher scoreboard. Last quarter kicks right on the rainbow paint. And straight over the umpire's hat. He could quite possibly end up here with the Crown Hotel Player of the Day, Matty Mosley.
Any bloke that kicks 7 is very much up there.
Millington wins the tap. Folkes does the sharking for the Saints. They've gone out to Alexander on that wing a lot.
Oh, here he is
That's
again.
why. That's who you want kicking it inside your 50 to Hughes. And that's why they go to Alexander.
His delivery to Keenan's been pretty good. So he's got a lot on the chest. So it's been very good kicking into the forward 50.
So again, he has another one from the boundary. He's kicked a lot from those areas today. And for number 8, we said he might kick. And I'll tell you what, just faded late. And the,
Matty
no.
Johnson.
No
one went to him.
Marked that unchecked. Goal umpire looked at the Gormandale boy and said, well, why didn't you put your hand on it? So Johnson, who has won, not a problem here. And you can tell he's an old style footballer. He ran around. He didn't snap it. He ran around and hit it with a drop punt.
Good old Matty Johnson.
Gets his second. Cowwar's 14.
He has worked hard today.
He has.
He's really let up high.
So it's back out to that 10-goal deficit now. 14-15-99. Gormandale 5-7-37 as we see Johnston. And likes it.
He did.
15, nearly 16 minutes gone. Hurricane high scoreboard last quarter. 62-point lead. That Hughes kick looked like it was going for all money and then just faded real late, didn't it?
It did.
Johnson was awake up to it and read it beautifully.
So we've always got to be aware, just in case.
Hurry kick out. Smothered kick of Smith. Gone with a big mongrel. It's found the mark too. That was off the Buddha side. Finds Deering. He tried the old push and get the old cheapo out the back there, did Burgess. I suppose 350 games, you want an easy one every now and then. Paulette. Still got players spreading for him. He's ignoring every one of them. He's going to have to go back the other side. But he goes now to the side that he should have gone early. Davison. It's going to bounce out the back here. Comes out to Burke. Feeds it off. Brown to Hughes. He's taking a lot of ball around that centre wing position.
Yeah.
Look at that kick. Johnston collects it left side. Gone out of bounds. How was the kick at Keenan Hughes? Have we got an award for the kick of the day? It didn't get above chin height.
It was actually too good.
Yes. I think we know who our Crown Hotel player of the day might be. Because not only has he kicked 7, he's got a lot of ball up around the mid area.
Yeah, he's working up high as well.
Yeah. Takes it out. Hurry kick. Here's Johnson. He's beaten to it by Canning. Then taken out over the boundary line. With the boundary throw in. So 18 minutes gone into this last quarter in the AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup. Round 5 match of the day. Thanks to AGL Loy Yang. Comes out the back, snap around the body. Gee, just off the hands. And Lux of Fortune that it dribbled through and not back the other way.
Yes.
Because Johnson was sweating on him. Cooper Jeffries. Geez, he's done that a lot today.
Yeah.
Out towards the wing. Off the hands. Saints. Come back to Paulette. Got a player in the middle. Turned over. Oh, they've turned it over themselves again. Sykes. Davison. Gives it back to Sykes. Oh, he has got a left foot, but I see why he doesn't use it that often. He does find Brown. He goes across to Grieve, to Bloss. Mucking around with it, the Saints. Oh, 2 Tigers. And I reckon one of them's landed the back of his head on the ground. Jeffries feeds it off to Richards. Inside 50. I've liked this boy's
He's
game.
let out well.
Yep, Liam Deering, he takes the ball at its highest point. He's got 2 for the day. He's kicked it in between a couple. And we'll get a restart. That was Millington. And he has got that history of earlier in the year. Round 1, where the game was called off at half-time, just before half-time. So it was Millington that flew with his teammate, Crimhan.
He's a bit fearless, isn't he?
He is.
Millington.
And he did smack the back of his head. Here's a chance. Oh!
It's
Deering's third, is it? It is.
Yep.
Made something of nothing, Liam Deering. And he gets his third for the afternoon and the Tigers' 6th. Gee, he just keeps...
Something out of nothing.
Here we go here. It was never... He just kept at it.
Yep.
Does not give up. Gormandale 6-7-43. Cowwarr 14-16-100.
And that's
21 minutes gone.
6 or 7 goals that they're averaging.
Yes. Hurricane highest scoreboard. And they've dropped a few marks inside 50. Could have kicked probably another 4.
Yep. And 10 goals is definitely a win.
Yes.
In the way they are at the moment.
Oh, look.
Oh,
Hughes
no.
has come off half back. Got the handball from Hector. Had no one to go to. Sits it inside a dangerous area. He's going to get this back. He's going to get this back.
He's lurking.
Aegis picks it up, feeds it back. On the left foot snap. And Matt Deering takes the mark. So Deering's everywhere.
Yes.
So Matty Deering runs around, snaps around the body and makes no mistake whatsoever for his first of the afternoon. 15-16, 106 Cowwarr. Gormandale 6-7-43, 22 gone, 4th quarter. Hurricane highest scoreboard. Geez, he took a good mark there in between 2.
Yep.
And there's the difference. The Young snaps around the body. And Johnson, same spot.
Yep.
Ran around and hit the drop punt. I think that kick, to me, is the better kick. The
Yeah,
one
I
around the body.
find when I was playing, I found that a lot easier.
There's more room for error on the point of the ball. Peter Hudson said it
Yep.
last week on front bar.
And he knows how to
He's the biggest
kick a
average,
goal.
best average in the history of the game.
Yep.
Is Hector. Goes inside 50. Fed out the back. It's all Tigers here. Richards dummies the handball, then gives it. Goes back in after it, falls over. Got a bounce down, centre wing position out of sight. 23 just ticked over last quarter. The AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup. Round 5 football here at Cowwarr. Got a lot to get through in the Gippsland Land Rover post-game show. We'll talk about the TRFM Mark of the Day, Finch Cafe Goal of the Day, the Crown Hotel Player of the Day.
50.
It's Cowwarr involved again. He's involved in a few of
He
them.
has. He's been in it all day.
This time it's Hector, and he gives him a mouthful running backwards towards goal. It'll be Smith that'll get the shot, who kicked the first goal of the day, which is the leader in the Finch Cafe Goal of the Day. He might kick the last too. No, he's going to give it off. Oh! Got through 2 sets of hand. Hector's still a chance here. And he's got it. Comedy of errors in the end. Hector, sorry.
I reckon he had a word to him to give me a goal.
Yeah.
And he just pushed down.
Look at this. They fall over. Wow. So Cowwarr 16-16, 1-1-2. Gormandale 6-7-43, 24.5 gone. Hurricane higher scoreboard last quarter. Woodside 32 points over. They won. That's finished over Sale City. So Woodside dropped round 1. Haven't dropped the game since. Hurry kick forward from Brown. Late whistle on that. Cowwarr again involved.
Yep.
So Smith. Deering squares it up. Here he is again, Aegis. On the left foot, he's missed another one. Poor little fella's had about 4 or 5 shots in the second half. Oh, they're going to turn it over again here. Grieve, left foot, high ball. Off the hands there of Crimhan. Farry's in there. Oh, is this holding the ball?
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Okay, out for Hughes here. Oh, geez, I thought that would have been a mark. Folks gets the crumb. Out the back. Sykes gives it off to Deering with a check side. Crimhan. Canara. Over the header side, goes back in after it. Oh, he's tackled by Grieve. Well done. Yes, incorrect disposal. Grieve takes the free kick right in front of the Sports Stream Live commentary box. I'm looking at those numbers on the backs now. They are easy to see when they're close to you.
Yep.
When they're 30 metres plus away, they're impossible. Off the hands of the pack, Smith traps it well, gets around 2, runs into the open goal. He's ran too far, but he
missed
anyway. Was he too far there? Now, if that's kicked 15 metres, they say that's not a mark, that area there. But he ran that distance, and it's too far. I've seen kicks.
It's a
you know what I mean?
it's a grey area.
They mix up the 15 metres when you're running it or you're kicking the ball.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, still have the ball in their defensive 50, the Tigers, out of sight of the ground, late in the last quarter. Gets through, Tainch is there, dives on it. Is that holding the ball? Because he did dive on it, umpire says no. right in front of the old scoreboard, and I love looking at the old scoreboards that are still around these days. There's a bit of crank going on. Inside defensive 50 for one of the Tigers. Hughes.
Oh, here we go.
Lowers his eyes. Gets to Deering. Snapper round the body. What a goal. No. Gee.
Fair old snap.
Goal umpires con me. They don't move.
They didn't move. I was watching the umpire
When they don't
too.
move, I think it's going straight through the middle.
Yeah.
Tigers back into play. Crimhan has to sit here again. Gets one grab on it. Couldn't take the second. Ball comes to ground. So we've gone 28 and a half last quarter. And it's 72 points to the Saints. Oh, that's one of the best tunnel ball throws you'll ever see. And he's arguing. He's questioning the decision. Unbelievable. Tigers short. Crimhan hasn't been bad today. We go short again. Oh, no. Go short, all right. He's going to put it down the throat of Jake Brown, who's cramping. Gives it off to Hughes. He'll probably kick it from there because he's only 80 out. Hughes squares it up. Not happy with it. Jeffries. Oh, he just gets the handball away. Oh, Kirk. Back to Hughes. The ball's following him. He's played up the ground a lot in this, particularly this last quarter.
Yeah.
Moon on the left foot. Sykes. Oh, he's met front on.
Oh, he's reported.
Well, the umpire had a good view of it, didn't he? So it's a send-off. No one remonstrated, though. They've remonstrated for a lot of other things today that have been minor. So I don't know if there's too much in it, although...
Sykes will tell you otherwise.
Yes. So it was Trent Baldwin.
Yep.
So he got the 50 with it. Puts him straight in front as there's a lot of...
Here we go.
Yeah. It's boiling over, isn't it?
Yep.
As Sykes comes in. And the big fella kicks his first for the days. There's a lot going on the half-forward flank here.
They're on camera, boys. You don't want to do anything
That's
silly.
right. That is right.
You're 80 points up or 80 points down. What's the point?
There's
There's
another
another
yellow
one.
card. There's another card.
Yep.
And I think it's a Saints player, and it is, and it's Matt Deering. Umpire gives the free kick in the middle to the other Deering for the Tigers. That's Liam Deering. Feeds it off. They've turned it over by hand. There's still a chance. Oh, great pickup. Young Aegis does well. Gets it up towards half forward.
And there we have it.
So, Cowwarr have run out winners, 17-19, 121. To Gormandale, 6-7-43. They all shake each other's hands now and best mates. And that's what you like to see.
Game's over.
There was a bit going on in
There
that last 5 minutes.
If there was another 4 or 5 minutes going in the game, it could have been interesting.
So, at the first change, Cowwarr led by 30 points. They extended it by a couple of goals at half time to lead by 42 points. And then only another 11 points to lead by 53 at three-quarter time. But they've extended that lead right out to 78 point. Winners are the Saints in the AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup Round 5 match of the round. Thanks to AGL Loy Yang. We'll come back after this short break. We'll go through all the goal kickers, better players. We'll give you the Crown Hotel Player of the Day, the Finch Cafe Goal of the Day, And the TRFM mark of the day, all around the ground, football and netball scores. It was the Saints by 78 points.
BP to Ralgan East, day or night from few to a feast. BP to Ralgan East, from a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP to Ralgan East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it, and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.
Welcome back to the Cowwarr ground, where Cowwarr have run out 78-point winners, 17-19, 121 to Gormandale 6-7-43. As we can see there, they're just about to present the cup and the better players, and the Pride Cup is won on all games, football and netball. And that's how you get your result for that. Just before we go across to Maddie Mosley for Around the Grounds, I'll give you the goal kickers for Cowwarr. Keenan Hughes, 7, 2 to Matt Johnson, and then all singles. Matt Deering, Braden Paulette, RJ Farnham, Hayden Hector, Jai Folkes, Lachlan Sykes, and Ben Coffey. And for the Gormandale side, 3 to Liam Deering, and then singles to Nick Millington, Jet Crimhan, and Chris Podelage. Matty Mosley, have you got some Around the Ground scores?
I do. It's Glengarry 7-5-47 to Yallourn North 22-12 144.
Ooh.
Woodside 13-11-89 to Sale City 9-3-57. TTU, wow, 29-22 196 to Churchill 3-1-19. And Rosedale 18-6 114 defeated Yarram 8-5-53.
That sad thing about the TTU Churchill game, it was Joe Wykes, the co-coach, 300th game today for the Cougars. So that's disappointing.
Yep.
They couldn't get him a win or be more competitive at the very least.
Yep.
Now, you tell me, you said off air and that while we're on a break, that it was Jesse Siddle, that was that injured player in the last quarter. He's on crutches.
Yep. Looked pretty sore, that foot.
Yeah, you're 3-2-1 today. So this is for, first of all, let's go. We'll go to the Finch Cafe goal of the day. And that happened in the first quarter.
First one for the day.
It was a ripper. And it was for the Cowwarr side, and it was Ash Smith. And it was one of those ones that I love. Bubbled up, spilt free, check side from the boundary or close to the boundary. There was some good goals. I rate that the best.
Yep.
You happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
And the TRFM mark of the day, I think you were happy with Blake Hearn, weren't you?
Yeah.
So Blake Hearn for Gormandale took the TRFM mark of the day. And that is it there.
Just grabs it up and
Courage
brings it down.
too. He had the big man coming from behind. So for the Crown Hotel player of the day, let's get your 3, 2, 1.
Well, he was, I think, best on ground by a long way. I gave 3 votes to Keenan Hughes. I gave 2 to the ruckman in Sykes, and I really liked the game of Paulette in the back line.
Ooh, we nearly went the same.
Nearly?
I went 3 Keenan Hughes, 2 Lachlan Sykes, and I went 1 Sean Alexander on his wing.
Yeah.
But you're right with Paulette too.
Yep.
Could have gone to a number of players. Could have gone to the captain, Hector.
Yep. We're very similar.
Yes. So it's easy. Well, it's unanimous.
Yeah. You got the 6.
Crown Hotel player of the day with 6 votes out of 6 was Keenan Hughes, not only for his 7 goals, Matty Mosley, but he did take...
Other thing, he was working right up the ground.
Yeah, he was incredible. It took a lot. I would have loved to have known the amount of marks that he took, because he took, I reckon, probably 8 up around the mid area of the ground.
Yeah.
And then he wasn't too far away from, I reckon, taking 14, 15 marks on the day. Was Keenan Hughes. And so it's not only just the goal kicker, he gives you a lot of other stuff as well. So he is our Crown Hotel player of the day. And I can tell you that the Saints coach, Luke Hegarty, is making his way out over to the box, or I thought he was. And that's why I grabbed the headset. So he mightn't be. So he still might be, but we'll just wait and see if he comes over. And we'll sit those there for him. So it'll be very interesting to see what happened there in the goal kicking statistics today, because I reckon someone at Yallourn North might have helped himself to a few out there today. There's no doubt about that. And we're very, very lucky to be joined by the winning coach here in Luke Hegarty, who also was so generous with his time this week to give us a chat earlier in the week for the pre-game show. It's firstly, congratulations and thanks for joining us, Luke Hegarty.
No worries, Brad. Thanks for having us, mate.
Mate, it was a funny game. In our eyes, we thought, they just wouldn't go away, this mob. They tackle and they keep at it, but your class showed out.
Yeah, I think them being a young side, they've probably got a bit of that attitude where they, just keep coming and coming. For majority of the game, we tried to get the game on our terms, which I thought we probably did in the first quarter, and then we dropped away a bit there in that second quarter.
Yeah, 30 points up at quarter time, and then you increase that margin by only the 2 goals, and we thought, geez, you could be 10 up here at half time. But still, 7 goals up at half time, and I noticed in the second half, I don't know, did you actually do this, or was it Keenan Hughes just thought, I'm going to get up the ground a bit and take a bit more ball up around through the midfield? We seemed to take a lot of marks up through the mid area.
Yeah, well, we I come in with a bit of a game plan where we tried to exploit him down forward through the centre bounces. And then as the game rolled on, you could see after probably the first 10 minutes of the game, they started dropping 2 back. So we sort of just had to nullify that by letting him get up the ground and let the big fella do what he does.
So when that happens, does he make that choice himself when to do that, or is that a preconceived plan that you tell him when?
Yeah, just between him and Matty Johnson, we just let them make their decisions when it's a good time. Matty's on the bit of the older side of things, but
we did speak about that.
He is an absolute superstar of a footballer in the football Matty's played, and for him to still be going at this stage, it's really good for Keenan to have a bit of a role model like Matty, and they work well in tandems together.
It's funny you say that. We made mention in the call that, correct me if I'm wrong, is he 48?
He is.
He runs around like a mid-20s.
He does. You should have seen him when he was 20 years old. He's. I've always said I was a young kid when I first came out here to play under him, and by hands down, he's the best footballer that I've ever played with. He's an absolute superstar in his prime.
And the other thing I like, because I like the old-fashioned footballer, he gets that mark on the boundary, he runs around And he doesn't kick the snap; he kicks the drop punt straight through the ball.
It's funny that you say that. I was saying when we were on the bench, he could be standing on the point post and he could take 2 steps out and snap it. And instead, he just runs around, bang,
The old school way.
drop punt straight through the middle.
But as you say, he's the best player you've played with. You probably wouldn't question it anyway if he does what he does.
I never question him. I've got nothing but love for the great man.
Good stuff.
Lachlan Sykes, tell us a little bit about him. We love the way he's going about it.
Yeah, he does some really good things sometimes, and then he does some things that you wonder, he just plays on a few times. He doesn't settle, too much, but he's 23 years old. They say
Seriously? Wow.
Yeah, they say ruckmen take a while to develop, but you can see the upside in him. He's a tremendous footballer and stuff. It's just, I think, where he's played before, he's probably played a bit more forward than ruck. But yeah, he's a tremendous player. He's a great bloke to have around the football club.
Did he feel a little out of sorts at the start with Millington? Like, he seemed like he was so much bigger and stronger than Millington.
Yeah.
And their ruckman. He just didn't know how to go against him a little bit.
I've been having a few words to him about this, about, the old saying, there's more ways to skin a cat. And these young fellas that come in the game is their jumping.
Yeah, they're bouncy.
Jackson Davison, for us, when we throw him in the ruck, he's very much like that. And so I said, I'm just trying to teach him, different areas where he can do a few things different, to use his size to his advantage, because he's got great hands when he's tapping the ball.
So they're the obvious ones, and then you throw in Keen and Hughes are the obvious ones. Some of these young boys. Now, the one that we thought Brody Aegis was from the Oz kick, and he'd run out there, and he didn't look like he belonged, but geez, he does.
Yeah, he's I reckon he's probably 45 kilos, ringing wet, the young fella. He's one that come up from the thirds last year. He was the thirds captain. He won a best and fairest. His endurance work and his run around the football, his pressure and his second efforts, he's really doing well, and credit to him. He probably could have had 4 goals today.
Yeah, we said that. Yeah, that's right. He's just got that ugly left foot, hasn't he, at the moment?
He has. And it's funny because his dad used to have, probably one of the best skills that I had seen, and then Broads, but his endurance work, and that will come. He's only young, so he knows he's got to work on his kicking, and he'll get the rewards once he does. Another
one, whether he was on the wing or then he goes through the midfield, Jai Folkes. I was really impressed with his game.
Yeah, so Jai was actually from Gormandale, and I said to him, playing against your old side, I'm a life member of Gormandale. I played over 200 games there myself, and first time I come back and played against them, you sort of do get that feeling, it's a little bit weird, but I said to him, just go out there and enjoy it, mate. I said, if they start ragging and tagging you and stuff like this, I said, it means that you're playing well and they're putting a bit of time into you. So, no, I thought he'd done really well, and he got a goal against his old team.
Yeah, and your captain, he's a goer. Does he, apart from the obvious where he's just a bull, does he get into the opposition a bit? He looks like he might.
Like I said to you the other night, or the other day when I chatted with you, he's probably the first to tell you when he's going well. So he does. I'm sure that when he's out there, he lets them know. But his endurance work that he's got, he's running. I think when he was a young fella, he actually set a national beep test record for the AFL combined. I'm not sure if that still stands or what, but he works hard, and he's a big bull of a fella.
Oh,
we talk about endurance. Paulette, his work rate from the back line, I gave him votes today. I thought he was brilliant. He didn't always get the footy, but he was always presenting, trying to give something to his team.
Yeah, well, here's another new player into the club this year from Yallourn North.
Yep.
He's with his endurance running, his speed, his ball skills, sometimes let him down a little bit. When
he's a bit of a bullet a gun.
Bring the ball back into the middle probably a couple of times where he might not, he shouldn't have, but you never question, when he's taken off from that half-back flank and stuff like that. And his work rate, I think he kicked a goal in the first quarter off the back flank as well. So, no, he's a very good player.
Tell him from Brad, thank you, because we could pick him this week with him and Blossy.
Yeah, he's got the perm going this week.
When they got the shaved heads, we can't pick them.
Yeah, they are very hard. And then you throw Keenan in there. At least Keenan's at the other end of the ground.
Yeah,
so, but,
and they're all in those close numbers, 23.
Yeah.
Normally 20, Paulette, today 25, 24. So it does make it difficult.
Yeah, so, but I get them mixed up myself sometimes when I'm looking at them. But I just know that Braden's a little bit faster than what Blossy is. But
and that hit on Sykes late, is he okay? He was ahead hit front on contact?
I don't think he's going to lose any more brain cells. He's a big fella. He come off after. I've seen he celebrated all right. So I'm pretty sure he'll be all right.
Yeah, I think he might have been milking for 50.
Yeah, the fella was only 5 foot.
He was only little, wasn't
he? He wasn't that big to go down that hard, but he got the free kick. He got the goal.
So we actually went Keenan Hughes for your best, and I mean we're big. Oh, well, I'm big, and I know Matty is because he's a key forward. Is a lot of these guys I notice in country footy, they kick 6, 7, 8. They don't get a vote, and not only does Keenan Hughes kick his 7, but geez, he gets a lot of ball around the ground.
Yeah, he does. Last year, he's probably our best player. But he probably got crucified a little bit by his body language on the ground. Okay. He's come a long way this year, and he's reaping the rewards from it. I said to him a couple of times, I just want to see him go out there and enjoy his football. Sometimes I feel because he's so competitive that he has the weight of the world on his shoulders, and it probably feels like that sometimes too when you're playing in a team like we are, where we're still sort of developing and moving forward. But yeah, that was just a big thing for me this year. I just want him to enjoy his football, and I think he really is this year, and he's playing some unbelievable football at the moment.
It's amazing how well you play when you're enjoying your footy and your environment.
Yeah, exactly right. Like they say, you've got a happy environment and things are good in your life. I think the rest of it just falls in.
Do you guys do 2K type trials in pre-season or 3 or?
Yeah, well, this year we backed off a little bit in our time trial running. We did sort of more shuttle running and stuff like that, just to try to bring the way a game of football.
More running patterns.
Stuff like that. So, but last year we did we had 2K runs and Keenan was running in about 6 minutes, something like that.
That's the reason I asked, because I'd be interested out of him and Paulette, but it'd be Hughes, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We might have to line them up for a bit of a race, because it'd be interesting to see, because I'm sure that they would both say that they'd be fast.
Pretty competitive.
But when we were doing the 2K time trials last year, Keenan, where Braden wasn't here last year, nobody gets near Keenan. His work rate that he puts in on the training track is second to none.
And it's really interesting that you mentioned the time, because last night, the Carlton St Kilda game, they asked Elijah Hollands after the game, because he's an elite endurance athlete. They asked him what he's running for a 2K, and he said 6 minutes, which is the same time as Keenan Hughes. That's amazing.
That's elite, yeah.
Yep, it is, yeah. And when he's doing pre-season as well, he's probably bowled 15 or 16 overs in cricket the week before. And
he's one of these. He can do everything.
Scored 100 and got 5 for or 10 for in the game.
He did. I won't blow his horn anymore, but he can. He's a special individual, that's for sure.
I suppose he's off single fingers in golf too, is he?
I don't know if he hits the golf ball, but let's just leave that to him. And just so he can't be good at everything. Leave that to the other people.
Luke, thanks for joining us today. I really appreciate it. You've got your duck off now from this year. Jumped to 8th spot. And by a fair way, too, because of that percentage. We're just looking through the ladders, and Churchill copped a real flogging. So you're up around that 8th, and all of a sudden, you're a game out of the 5. So all of a sudden, it just changes, and it's only round 5. So you're a real chance now, and you probably go in with a lot of confidence.
Is it being competitive?
Yeah. As long as we turn up next week, we talked about these honourable losses, and it's time for us to put them behind us. Today, I felt like we probably dropped down to their level a little bit at times, taking nothing away from Gormandale though. You can only play the football that's in front of you. But next week, as long as we turn up and we put a good showing in against Hayfield, and then hopefully the ball rolls on from there. And
and you got them here too, which is real handy.
We have, it would be great to get an upset, but we've just got to play what's in front of us, keep doing the things that we're doing, bringing the effort and the pressure, and hopefully the rest looks after itself.
Before I let you go, there is one question. Hayfield coming off a bye, you being a senior coach, so is that coming off a bye? It can be double-edged sword, can't it?
Yeah, well, I'm sure that Lee Brown's a very good coach. I'm sure that he'd have him primed no matter what. He's probably experienced it, from AFL level, obviously. the way to sort of handle these sort of things, and I'm sure that I wouldn't be taking them lightly just because they're coming off a bye, that's for sure.
We're out at Churchill next week, but I'd love to be here because we're talking about Hughes and Johnson and Sheen and Brown up the other end.
Yep.
It could be an absolute
Big forward
gold
day.
fest at Cowwarr. If you're doing anything, get out to Cowwarr next Saturday because I reckon it's just going to be a gold fest. It'll be a great game to watch.
Yep, fingers crossed.
Mate, thanks for joining us. Well done today. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us earlier in the week. All the best for the rest of the season. We see you in a couple of weeks back here.
Yep, no worries.
Against Glengarry.
Look forward to it. No
Well
worries.
done.
Thanks, guys.
Great stuff. That was Luke Hegarty, the senior coach of the Cowwarr Saints that ran out 78-point winners over Gormandale, 17-19, 121 to the Tigers, 6-7-43. And it was AGL Loy Yang Pride Cup, round 5 here at the Saints home. And Matty Mosley, what a day it's been. It's been a great game of footy, and it's been a big win in the end. They take that out by 78 points.
It is, but Gormandale, they've still got a little bit of work, but there's positives to come out of the game.
So next week, round 6, there's some big games again, and we're going to be out for the Blue Balls game at Churchill, round 6 for prostate cancer. Churchill take on Rosedale. Sale City should be a good game at home to TTU. They will get a couple back.
Yep.
Sale City next week. Yallourn North and Woodside. There's some big games next week in AGL Loy Yang.
That's going to be a ripper, that one.
Isn't it? Gormandale at home to Glengarry, and you never know. Well, we've seen Glengarry twice, and we've seen Gormandale today. They're not that far away from it.
No, they're not.
At all. So that's interesting. And then, of course, as Luke Hegarty just said, Cowwarr are at home to Hayfield. There's some real good games of footy.
It's starting to twist it a little bit. We know what's going to happen, and it's going to be enjoyable.
Big race for the goal kickers as well. So at the end of the day, Keenan Hughes won our Crown Hotel Player of the Day. The Finch Cafe Goal of the Day went to the first goal of the day from Ash Smith from Cowwarr. And the TRFM Mark of the Day was taken by Blake Hearn. This is Gippsland Land Rover post-game show. Matty Mosley, thank you for your afternoon again. You've done a magnificent job. And you've got a big Mother's Day tomorrow, birthday, double header.
Birthday. Yeah, it's going to be busy.
All the women here today and all the women listening and watching, have yourselves an absolute wonderful Mother's Day. You all deserve it. And from Michael Robertson on the camera, Stephen Gregory on the buttons, Matt Mosley and Brad Sinclair, we wish all of you the greatest Mother's Day that you'll ever have. And we'll be back here next week for round 6 of AGL Loy Yang North Gippsland Football Netball. Bye for now.
BP to Ralgan East, day or night from fuel to a feast. BP to Ralgan East, from a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP to Ralgan East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it, and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.